How's it going, everybody? My name is Desmond Wolf, the creator of the Red Dead Redemption 2 show.
Hello, it's me, Nora. I don't know what I give ideas. I don't really put I guess a label on it, but I'm just in the background.
She helps out a lot with the show. She watches pretty much every rendered video. She gives me a lot of tips, and she tells me what looks good and what doesn't look good, basically.
Yeah, so I just rewatch his stuff a bunch and just give feedback, give ideas here and there, just kind of just literally everything. Pacing, music, how things are shot. I don't know. A little bit of everything. And obviously, I do kind of do the social media mostly just because it is a lot. There's like a lot of different social media things.
Yeah, she runs the Instagram. She really helps out with the TikTok. She has helped me schedule a bunch of videos to be put out and everything. So she's been a huge help to me and to the whole series in general. We really wanted to watch or rewatch season 1 with all of you people. So that's what we're going to do today. This is probably going to run for about 2.5 to 3 hours. So hope you got your popcorn.
Yeah, it's pretty chill because, like, I don't know. We do rewatch it pretty often, I'd say. We rewatch the show and try to give feedback to ourselves and just see how we can improve things. Because, like, even we're very aware of, like, I don't know. We haven't even really, I guess we talked about it a little bit, but the first season, when you made it the first time, it was supposed to be a movie, actually, that he wanted to make, not a TV series. So it was just going to be like a long form movie for each season.
This is true. It was going to be a 3-hour movie at the most.
Right.
And we actually had it all put together. For some reason, Vegas Pro just would not render the whole video in full. It'd get to like 89% and then it'd just stop.
Yeah, so
or
it's
it
just
would get to 100 and then it would just
with
not finish.
The
for some
computer
reason.
that you had, because like we've already updated it and gotten better.
Got a
hardware.
3060 in it. And
right.
So there's a lot of changes coming in the remake of season 1. Obviously, we have moved to doing horseback cams.
Shots too, just like overall.
True,
instead
and
of like gameplay.
Everything is planned out. This is why it's been 6 months and we haven't been able to release a new episode, but that's because these things take a ton of time.
Right. So like I guess that's what I harp to him. A lot of things that we talk a lot about this. So for a while there, we were talking about it every single day, every single night, because he was working on it every single day and like every single night. So we would talk about just like creatively what kind of shots he could do, how he could change up pacing, and I feel like that's very clear when you watch this all the way through what we have available right now. Is that we're definitely trying to go for a more cinematic feel than the gameplay.
We want this to feel like an actual AMC show. Like, I am very inspired by The Walking Dead, and I loved Breaking Bad and their cinematography and how they edit and tell a story. So we are trying to go for that here for the show. It's just really hard to do with what we are limited to because we're only using 2 mods basically to run the whole show.
Sure, that's another thing. Is there's limitations, but I think that's kind of a good thing in a way because it
helps me keep continuity.
Right, and it's like a set story, so it's a set option. There's only a limited amount of options that we can do, and there's only so many different shots you can do. So it's almost
that is very true.
Because like if this was just your own show or an open game where you can edit every single tree and leaf, and I mean we kind of can, but it would just take forever, and that makes no sense.
We also have to worry about cloud placement because if a cloud is in front of the sun, it's gonna throw off a shot in the.
That's another major thing is that you've learned a lot about just cinematography in general, like lighting and shadow work and.
Exactly.
But anyways, we should probably start to play this.
We will. Thank you, Joseph and Cobble, Cynical, Boy. Thank you all so much for joining the stream. We appreciate it. So let's get
and
this
the other few people
going.
Here.
Yeah, and the other few people that. Oh, yeah. There's a couple more. All right. This is going to be very cringe for me. So let's do this.
You gotta flip the screen.
Right. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, one more thing. I need to get rid of that. That works.
And we do like to hear feedback and like tips or tricks you guys think, even if it's very obvious. Sometimes like we miss the very obvious things, or we try to go too complex. I feel like sometimes too, and then we just miss the obvious shots or obvious ideas that we could do. And sometimes we haven't seen things in games because we keep trying to look for every single clip and everything in the game, but it's just there's just so much.
Arthur's out looking. I sent him up ahead. If we don't stop soon, we'll all be dying. This weather, it's May.
We really hope that the stream is actually going to be in a decent quality, because when I actually recorded this, it was on a GTX 1070. So the lighting isn't that great. Surprisingly, though, I was able to keep everything on Ultra. It's just I didn't know much about OBS. So a lot of the recording is like super pixely because it's not recorded in a high bitrate. Basically now every 10 minutes of an episode, it's like 5 gigs or more. Or a gig a minute.
Chapter 1. Ooh. It's been a minute.
Howdy, Red Dead Outlaw.
Howdy, Cowpoke.
Can you hear okay?
Bring him in here.
You know, for the longest time, I always got turned around how they were in this cabin or church, whatever you want to call it. Davy's actually only here for 5 seconds and then he disappears. As soon as
Like
you...
his actual...
Yeah, his actual NPC body.
Davy's dead.
There was nothing more you could have done. What are we gonna do? We need supplies. Well, first of all, you're gonna stay here, and you were gonna get yourself warm. Now, I sent John and Mike scouting out ahead. Arthur and I, we're gonna ride out.
If we need to turn it up, please let us know.
Yes. Just for a short bit. And I don't see what other choice we have. Listen. Listen to me, all of you, for a moment. Now, we've had, well, a bad couple of days. I loved Davy, Jenny, Sean, Mac. They may be okay. We don't know. But we lost some folks. Now, if I could throw myself...
Thanks, Outlaw. We really appreciate that. We hope so too one day.
I'd do it. Gladly. But...
It's slowly coming up.
And we're gonna find some food. Everybody, we're safe now. There ain't nobody following us through a storm like this one. And by the time they get here, well, we're gonna be long gone. We've been through worse than this before. Mr. Pearson, Miss Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place into a camp. We may be here for a few days. Now, all of you, get yourselves warm. Stay strong. Stay with me. We ain't done yet. Come on, Arthur.
See, I personally like this little addition here. If you've played the game, I don't want to root for people that like haven't played the game, but I personally like this addition.
I do
of the
too,
song,
because we're already kind of hinting at the future.
Yeah, and I don't know. I
But
feel
we're
like
also
this show really
I also
hits
mixed
hard.
in with the High Honor as well for this same version. I'm
But I just
debating on whether I want to keep this song because I personally it is great and I love it. But
classic.
we are changing this opening to actually have a full like I don't know, it's kind of like a Criminal Minds type opening. Oh god, this whole thing.
We ain't run into them yet, so they both must have headed down the hill. Sure.
And I just don't like talking over Dutch, so you know.
I ain't had time to ask. What really went down back there on that boat? We missed you. That's what happened. Come on.
I always thought it was interesting they didn't choose to do a close-up shot for that part.
That's true.
Get yourself indoors. You need to rest that hand.
They should have.
But I think I would. It almost would have gave it away too soon if they did do close-up shots.
Need you strong.
Now, this has also already been fixed in the remake. We immediately cut to Dutch there on the horse. So there is no third-person game camera at all. So that's going to be a huge plus and keep people interested at first.
And obviously, there's not going to be subtitles. Like
Yeah.
we took that away in season 2.
Definitely no subtitles. It was so hard to edit because, and it's even shown here in the video that they will say something in audio form that is said different on screen.
I still blame myself for that because like back way back when you were first doing it or making it, I kind of like wanted you to keep the subtitles because I wanted to have Rockstar's subtitles there.
That's true. So we also wouldn't have had to do it ourselves.
Right,
But
I
it
mean,
also didn't fit with being able to, because I crop all the videos, all the black bars and everything. We put that in post, and
yeah, welcome new people.
we are able to crop and basically move up and down on the screen. So when we do that, that also means the subtitles are going up or down.
Yes, and if there's enough people that are interested after all this, we do have a little sneak preview of a little bit of this beginning that he's already remade.
Yeah, basically the first 9 minutes is completed. We are working on the longest part, which is Dutch and Micah and Arthur actually traveling to the Adler Ranch, but all this looks really good in the remake because we're up close and personal.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to keep it that way because it's like
You're in a snowstorm.
right,
You can't
you're in
see.
a snowstorm. You can't really see. You feel like you're isolated.
By the way, hi Robin. Thanks for joining.
Can't go back there to collect it anytime soon. Wait, is that someone coming towards us?
Is that someone coming towards us?
You up ahead.
And you will still see similarities where I'll be like, it may seem like it's third-person camera, but it's not. It's
Micah.
I almost kind of want you to keep some of them,
Gentlemen.
some of the shots, just to transition
yeah.
a little bit.
Found a little homestead down that way.
Okay. Anyone home?
Sure. Place is blazing with light and noise. Sounded like a party.
Let's go see.
Follow me. How's Davy doing?
He didn't make it. Nor did little Jenny.
That's too bad. Davy was a real fighter.
I just hate how much third-person camera there is.
It's okay. I'm curious for anybody that's here, if you just want to put like a number down of how many times you replayed this game, because I'm just curious. Because I mean, we have full playthroughs, not a lot, but like obviously,
I would
we
think
played
that
the
most.
fuck out of.
I would
all
think
of
most
these
people
things.
have played it at least like 3 times.
I feel
An actual
well,
full playthrough. Oh, you'll love the remake part because I have a good out of the darkness shot with Micah and Dutch and Arthur coming out of the snow.
Are still out there somewhere too. Hey, Arthur, let me take the rear. You move up.
Passing you.
Go on.
2 to 3 times.
I do think a first-person point of view will come in handy later down the road in some
I do
situations.
too, and
but
it's gonna be very rare, but it's gonna be like, it's gonna have meaning. Even the one where he's in the barn with the dude fighting, I think we could show one shot.
2 to 3 times. 3 times. Yeah. Yeah.
3 times. Yep.
That's what I would think for people that would like watch stuff, where like we watch videos and content and follow content about this. It's like we probably play this more than one time, definitely.
What's really interesting about this scene is that all of this talking right now is not in the remake somehow. It's completely different lines.
No, that's why the subtitles were the problem, because they literally say different lines a lot in the beginning. I feel like they wanted to have a wider dialogue, but they just didn't have the time or the just like the money to like do that much dialogue.
5th playthrough, 8th playthrough. Oh my god.
All the way through. Damn.
That's a lot. How many hours is that? That's got to be at least 4,000.
That's yeah.
I've put in about 3,000 right now.
And you still find things you miss. I still find things I miss all the freaking time.
All the freaking time.
Crazy. That's what I love about this game, though. What got burnt out? Yeah, I mean, we kind of get burnt out too. That's why we kind of take breaks or just not as active in like the community or anything, because we get a little bit burnt out as well, and we just gotta focus on personal
the amount of times the amount of times I've turned on the game, sat there at the loading screen,
I'm just like, no,
and I wasn't able to go and record things. It happens, but I don't know, something's really sparked my interest the past couple months. I got a lot already going. I got like 7-8 projects probably 12 projects at once right now.
10 bazillion out. Yes,
and at least 6 of them are about done right now.
Totally agree. All hours well spent.
Oh, all this like just walking, no talking, that's got to be cut out.
Or at least made a little short. Yeah, just for pacing. Because the beginning is slow, and I get why they did that as a game.
Yeah.
But
because
just
you got to travel to that location.
Right. Cinematically, it probably just won't make sense.
And all this was just the actual cinematic in-camera. Nope. Wait, no, this was Jotrius. Yeah, I was also like really learning how to use the camera.
We don't want to scare these folks.
Are we going to Tombstone Redemption? We would love to, but we just...
I just vaguely saw that on Twitter today, so I'm not even really aware of what that is.
If anybody goes, tell Roger, Rob, and all them about our show.
I saw it on Twitter. Man.
Roger's not going? Aw.
3 nasty-looking degenerates. Arthur, in that cattle shed on the left. Micah, get down behind that wagon in front.
Debating
See, I'm still curious. Are you gonna make this like really suspenseful?
Yes, everything is gonna be very suspenseful for this part. Especially when we cut to like Micah and you notice that there's a dead body.
But I don't know. I think at a certain point that you should like speed it up though, because like things are getting tense.
Yes. Oh yeah, as like they're talking, it'll start having faster cuts.
Hello, friend.
What you want?
I am very
What you want?
to disturb you. My friends and I, well, we got into some trouble up the way.
Dutch can be a smooth talker, but I swear to God, he did not do a great job right here.
No, he didn't.
We can't help you, mister.
Very shady.
I got folks.
Arthur,
Dying on the
Dude, I wish we could afford to go to like live things right now, but
there's a corpse
Man.
right here.
we're just getting. I mean,
some
There's a body in the...
I don't want to delve too much into our personal lives, but we're trying to get caught up on like financial stuff too. I mean, everybody
Yeah,
has
it's. I
struggles.
mean,
It's just-
You should go now,
there's
buddy.
been people that have wanted to do this and then they've had to quit because you can't do this full time unless you have the support. Like,
I ain't asking
Yeah.
for much.
family issues always come up too. I mean,
we will
it's
meet
life.
them. That's the only thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're totally gonna meet them and go to like a con or something eventually. It's just, you know, responsibilities. Life.
Yeah. God, all the X's showing up whenever you kill somebody, that's gone.
Yeah, that's gonna be gone. 'Cause that was gone.
That was gone in like
Season
episode
2.
4 of season 2.
Well, I think between season 1 and season 2 is when he started talking to Jodrius directly, which
That's
he's the one
true.
that did the. He's the one. Jodrius is the one that made all this possible because he made the cinematic camera. available.
Yeah,
right
without
there.
that camera, like, this is not... I actually wanted to do a GTA 5 movie. And then I just stumbled across Joe Trias on Google
Yeah.
for a cinematic camera mod, and boom, here we are.
Closer to the house. Arthur, let's go search the cabin.
Smells like a party.
Oh, I think they were saying Roger had to drop out because of family issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he said. My
We
bad.
need the essentials. Food.
It is a bummer, but he goes to almost like everything available that I see anyway. That's what I mean.
This is going to be really interesting
Great
to
luck.
edit.
You need something now. Get your strength up for the ride back.
I guess we'll just show bits and pieces.
You could almost go like, maybe you could do like a camera where you're seeing his point of view, kind of like looking around everywhere. Or
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the easy thing is to do like go between mid shot and close up, but I feel like he would probably still be like very hungry and cold and like just kind of almost jittery and
He does
tired.
like rub his hands and like shakes, kind
Right.
of like in
Found a dead body
the
in a
next
wagon outside.
mission.
And I'm curious what his face is going to look like when he says those lines. If it makes an expression of like annoyance
True.
or like,
Or if his mouth flaps even on
Yeah.
spot on cue.
and that's another thing I did want to say is that we try to highlight the best
Yes.
of the animation and things. So if we don't show,
Nearly as big as
a lot of times we can't show their faces or
Home dead.
how they're looking when they're talking because it just doesn't look good.
Yeah, episode 5 when Lily speaks to Arthur on the bench. Her mouth doesn't move at all, but I
had to
threw it
show-
in.
yeah.
I threw it in there because
we had a discussion about that. Like,
yeah, I threw it in there just because like not everything is 100% perfect, but it's spot on almost.
Grab anything you think we can use, then meet me out here.
Yeah, Dutch, I'm coming.
Yeah, we could do that kind of like. Just
Oh,
paying
yes.
Obviously, well, not obviously, but we do want to pay attention to like blood on the floor.
Yeah, we're gonna pay attention to the details. If there's anything broken, we'll show that.
Right, because like when you're playing the game for the first time, I feel like that's what you notice as well. Like, oh shit, I can pick this up. This is like interactable. Like, oh, he's gonna notice this. Like, it's almost
Exactly.
detective mode where you're trying to figure out what happens.
This will be cut down short.
Maybe only a little bit because you
Only
do
a
want to
little.
keep suspense.
We'll have that one shot of him going across screen for like a couple seconds,
Right.
maybe from like this angle. Oh, another thing is that every shot that is, or every angle that is shot, the camera is not zoomed in like we have it now. Oh my god. The way he just jumps down.
I'm gonna break your neck.
This will be really cool to show.
Yes, because the fact that Dutch is just walking up so casually. How did he?
He knows that Arthur's gonna kick his ass.
Only because he's freaking starving and hungry and like
True.
he's pissed off that he has to deal with someone now. Yeah, I would be like,
If somebody
the
jumped
hell?
on me out of nowhere, yeah.
killed your cousin, dude. They're all dead. Like, why didn't you run? I mean, I know back then it was like fight or die.
Don't I choke him out or do I let him go? I forget.
I think.
I think I choke him out.
Sneaky little bastard.
Did you
Should I
choke
kill
him
him?
out?
No.
Why can't? Wow, look at us. We can't
Yeah.
even remember our own freaking playthrough.
I mean, it's been like almost 2
All right,
years.
let
Or
me
it
just-
has been 2
I'm
years
gonna
now.
notate this so we don't even know.
Colm is.
Oh, this son of a bitch will talk.
Oh, I have the question pop up. I didn't hide that.
I know this was way back then. This was before Joe Trace's mod, right?
No, this was with Joe Trias' mod. It's just I didn't know how to use it.
Oh,
What are you bastards doing?
you were also doing this very quickly. Like this was
Oh.
in the span of like a month. Maybe
I actually
2
looked at
months?
all the footage. There's only like,
Gonna blow the
I don't know,
tracks.
maybe 80 videos in it. Whereas like a new episode now takes 1,000 plus videos to make.
You have this,
Or
Arthur.
1,000
Do what
recordings.
you want with him. I don't care. But bring that horse when you're done. Oh.
I don't know anything else.
I did want you to beat him.
That's right.
That was
beat
my
him.
input. That was my input.
Yeah.
I wanted you to beat him because I think he would be annoyed enough that
he's
he would beat him.
pissed.
Yeah, he's pissed, annoyed, starving. But I don't think, because like I wanted us to start with almost like a lower honor level, level
Oh,
Arthur.
he's the lowest honor.
I wouldn't say he's the lowest, but I would say
No?
he's on the lower side right now for sure. Because I just want the redemption to be more dramatic.
He does
That
sound like
that he fucks up sometimes. You know, he lets anger get the best of him sometimes.
he does seem pissed about Dutch killing that random woman.
Well, see that exactly. So that's why I kind of want that because I want it to be like, oh, he understands Dutch, where he the anger gets a hold of him too much. Because if you play as such a good Arthur, and some things you can't help because it's just canon, but
Yeah.
if you play such a good Arthur, it's almost weird for him to just click and like understand what Dutch is.
Mm-hmm.
Because like as soon as he's diagnosed, I don't want to spoil. I don't know. Anyways, most people that have watched things have replayed this. So when he's diagnosed, he understands exactly, clearly how everything's going on, and he knew before, but he's just not willing to ignore it anymore.
Right.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, look what I found in the cellar. Wild thing, ain't ya?
Leave her alone.
I wasn't doing
Quick thing. There are 2 animations for when Arthur comes through that door.
I thought you said there was like 3.
Or was there 3? Yeah, one where if you're actually running inside, he actually runs through the door. You have a
Right.
slow walk in through the door.
And
but
then you have one where he like bursts through the door and like slams into it,
Yeah.
and just there's like I think somebody has showed that on like TikTok or I
just
don't
a
know.
bunch of
Yeah.
different things you can do. The detail.
Oh, you fool! Miss, now, it is gonna be okay. We mean you no harm. Miss, come on. It'll be okay.
She could have stabbed him so easily.
Get out of here and quick. Come on now. Oh,
I don't think she could have.
you okay, miss?
They came 3 days ago. And my husband,
Okay. Miss, you are safe now. And you can't stay here. You come with us. Arthur. Miss, it's okay.
These are all
Bad
great
man.
shots.
They are.
He ain't them.
Rockstar's amazing. I know they fuck up a lot, like I'm not trying to ignore all the bad shit.
But they
they're-
have a lot of good fucking
Until you
shots.
figure out what you want to do.
Like, that's a good shot.
What's your name, miss?
That's a good shot.
That's a good
Yes.
shot.
Adler,
Adler.
Sadie Adler, Mrs.
That's an okay shot.
Personally, I would have had a close-up on her as she's saying
My
this.
husband.
And then cut to this.
Yeah, like this part gives kind of like Quentin Tarantino vibes. Although I
for
know
sure.
this came. Wait, I mean, well, no,
Where
that
did
came
that
out
just
before.
hack? Dude,
But yeah, it's just
yeah. There was a lot of continuity errors, so he could have actually got it shot off during one playthrough, and then
yeah. So that's another thing. This has a lot of content,
looks like it's
yeah.
but it's like I said, he made this really quickly because this is
This was done within a. Actually, I think I got both missions done within a month.
You weren't the first.
because this was like a thing you were just gonna like put out really quickly, just
Yeah.
randomly, you know,
And then
probably
work
like a
really
short
hard
span.
on chapter 2 as a full freaking movie, which is 23 hours long or something like that,
Right.
which would have taken probably 2 years to make.
And at this time, there wasn't other people that had
No, it is
uploaded
what it is.
Yeah.
that we had known of.
Some
So
supplies, some
after
blankets,
you had
a
uploaded
little
this,
bit of
that's
food,
when we
and
started
Miss
noticing and seeing other
Forstall,
people, which
Mrs. Adler,
then we were like, oh,
Miss Tilly,
not
Miss
the first
Karen,
one.
what you
Dutch
want?
doesn't have his hat in this cutscene either. I never
Yeah.
noticed that.
And Mrs. Adler,
He lost it
it's gonna be okay.
at Sadie's
You're
Ranch.
safe now.
I think it's better without his hat, though.
Widow.
I do too.
Animals. I need some rest. I haven't slept in 3 days.
God.
You're over here. Miss O'Shea will show you the way. Mr. Morgan, we put you in a room over here.
Thank you, Miss Grimshaw.
Mr. Bell, you're with the fellas over there.
What? How come Arthur gets a room and I get a bunk bed next to Bill Williamson and a bunch of darkies? Get yourself to bed.
Oh, remember we've seen the video on how that's what that means. But still, yeah.
Rat emoji, rat emoji, rat emoji.
Yeah. Dude, that should be one of our emojis for channel memberships.
He ain't been seen in days. Weather ain't let up.
He's strong, and he's smart.
Strong, at least. Hello, Arthur.
Abigail?
Arthur, how you doing?
Just fine, Abigail. And you?
I need you to... I'm sorry to ask, but...
It's little John.
The
He's
way-
got himself caught into a
And
scrape.
you?
He ain't been seen in two
Oh my god.
days.
Your John will be fine. I mean, he may be as dumb as rocks and as dull as rusted iron, but that ain't changing because he got caught in some snowstorm.
Please go take a look. Have you?
Yes.
Come on, Arthur.
Okay, Dad.
Head out with
Thanks.
Arthur to take a look for John.
To take a look for
They're the
John.
two best fit men we've got.
Now?
We're all...
Why is Hosea not even
I
concerned?
know.
That shot, though. That shot.
Situation were reversed.
Yes.
Ooh! All that bullshit
Look for
was
me.
worth that shot.
Thank you.
This way. Last I know, John was headed up the river.
Oh, you made a cut there, didn't you? What the
Did
hell?
I?
I think it was a cut. Like, you're like, alright.
It's either that or the game color corrected, which it does like to do that sometimes. If you switch
No,
weather.
he does an animation where he's walking out the door, doesn't he?
Not like that.
Maybe I'm imagining things. What the fuck? People, does anybody know in the comments? Because does people have memory that specific? Because I will now I have the memory for that for chapter 2 for sure by now. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I could script out the whole chapter 2 right now. If you forced me, like, put a gun to my, I could do it right now.
Yeah, we could write it all like exactly how.
Arthur walks up to this, pulls out his gun. He does a little chuckle. He does an awkward standstill T-pose animation. Then he keeps walking.
Come on, let's take a look.
Let's hope it ain't more of O'Driscoll's boys.
Well,
See, this is where you started cutting more. This is where you started cutting more.
You know, I don't remember if that was actually a shot in the game, or I know this is not.
No, this is not shots in the game.
This one was actually me.
Sure, well, come on then.
Yeah, this is. Look at you. This is where you start cutting more.
There's some tracks leading to the river.
I don't know what changed.
Probably me being like, all right, we need to make this a little bit more cinematic.
It does cut directly.
I can't remember.
See, they continue up that way.
You know, to be 100% honest with you, I don't remember way back then when I started being like
You tell me.
watching this and giving you feedback.
It was after I pretty much got up to this part.
Let's just
Like,
see where they lead.
Yeah, because I mean,
So,
I'm being. I was instantly wanting this. I've been wanting this for
We had the money
ever.
and
I would
some
say
fun.
that's the same for almost
I mean, we
every
wanted it as
Red
soon as
Dead
we
game.
played the first.
I want a
playthrough.
cinematic of this whole fucking game because it's a beautiful story.
It's a
And I just
masterpiece.
I there's so many missions you play and I'm like, what did his face look like when he was saying that? Like I love playing the game, being the character, but to witness it,
Killed a girl in a-
Yeah, like when I
It's-
play the game now, I'm just thinking of like, man, I want to just put a unused camera right in front of him so that I can just switch to him anytime. But if you
Right.
do that, then you have to change your controls, and or you can't see the road that you're riding on, or when you're walking.
well, that's why
super
like
easy,
when you,
but
especially when you show me previews, I'm like, okay, but what did his face look like when he was saying that?
yeah,
Sean, we don't even know.
and all these, like his mouth is probably moving perfectly.
That was like an amateurish shot, but I do like that you looked at the shadow. It just kind of is a little bit nice.
Yeah.
it's all right.
And a little nice spice for something so like.
Damn snow's coming in hard again.
I also
Basic.
only, whenever I switch to a camera, it's just like a still camera. Unless it's like this, because this is the in-game cinematic. But when I do have a camera, it's just a still camera set to like look at,
No offense, but like,
and that's it.
or not good offense, or what is a compliment. You were doing thirds without even like realize, because I
This is in the game.
know, but oh, it is in the game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now that shot, these two ain't. Yeah, this one ain't.
okay, but that shows even way back then. Then automatically it
True,
tries
it
to be
is still in
thirds.
thirds.
It's getting narrow here.
It's just, yeah.
These are obviously your shots, right?
This
or
one,
did you do
this
cinematic?
one isn't, but this shot coming up is.
Yeah, because in the beginning in this first season, didn't you use like the cinematic
That
camera
one's my
for
shot,
shots? A lot. I mean,
Yep.
I feel like that's what.
What helped push the episodes out faster was literally using the in-game cutscenes as well, or in-game cinematic.
Has anybody else noticed? But I feel like the cinematic camera has gotten better since some of the updates.
Yes.
Does anybody else
We
notice that with their
noticed
replays?
Some
Does anybody else
amazing cuts.
push cinematic camera when they're riding through places? I don't know.
It's like it's like they have seen our stuff and they zoom the camera in and then have it go around a different way,
Or it's just better at tracking.
it's possible too.
Let's see if he can hear us.
Rockstar devs, are you in the chat, please?
I wish. And if so, you need me to also record footage for GTA 6.
This wasn't Rockstar, this was you, I think. And
Yeah.
I do like that, even
Oh, yep.
before you were trying to do cinematic.
I just wish I would have had the camera on zoom. Like, it would make it look so much better. But it was all set at like 25.
I grabbed that shotgun from your
Oh, I see the little instructions.
Yeah, ignore that.
Down this way.
You did more with each place? What do you mean, like, did more, like, exploring? Or are you talking about, like, more interactions? Or...
Trying different ways to explore. Like, you do a mission, then go explore, see what's changed.
Yeah, when I played again, I kind of played a little bit more evil. Like, I wasn't trying to play...
You sure about
Try the
this?
high on her way, try
Right.
the low on her way,
Yeah.
try a mix.
Well, it was a mix, because it's really hard to go full bad.
That's
It
true.
really is.
It is.
Watch out here.
This shot coming up is still my favorite shot of this whole series.
We're
Is
high up here.
when they're
You're telling me.
not this one. It might have already passed. It's where it's like showing the whole mountain. Yeah, this one.
Ooh, yeah, I do still
Yeah.
like that one.
Oh, got your stamina refills.
Watch yourself.
Okay, but, like, can we talk about how crazy they are for doing this? What the...
Oh yeah,
Be careful.
just scaling like a I don't know 20,000 foot mountain.
Watch your head here.
Basically goes to space.
Okay, from here.
Oh, yeah, you did more cinematic with each place. That makes sense.
Damn, this is real slippery.
Oh yeah,
Because it's not... Everything's not, like, new and
true.
fresh. You do kind of want to just, like, appreciate it more from a different perspective.
Very true.
Come on.
Because I don't know about you, I finished the game and then I immediately restarted it again. Because I
I
was in
didn't even-
denial. I was in the denial stage. I was like, okay, Arthur... this isn't happening. I'm just gonna replay. I'm just gonna replay.
I
It's
think
like,
I did 2 missions for John,
that.
and then I went and restarted.
yeah, definitely too, definitely. Because like literally in every single game I played, I always just play for the story. So I try to rush to get to the cinematics because like I'm like that's the story. But in this game,
How you doing?
the story happens even without the
A
cinematics.
few days.
Yeah, there's so much talking. It's insane.
Here. Take a drink of that.
That's why like I feel like if you just cut the cinematics together, it still doesn't make sense.
That's true, because you miss a lot of what's said in between the
Keep
rides.
Right.
moving then.
Which I'm glad that they have so much talk. They have literally planned almost every ride to have a full long chat, almost all the way there. At least if you're at a
John, can you hear me?
level 1 sprint or something.
Like the Arthur that goes through this and doesn't talk to any strangers is a different Arthur than that goes through this and does interact with every stranger.
Right. Hey!
He's down here.
Fellas there.
God, I love Paradise.
Yeah, how they climb this, I don't even know. Yes, see, that's I'm so glad you brought that avoided Mary Slaughter. Like, that's what I say too. I think he would avoid it for a little bit. I
Yeah.
think it would instantly, obviously, catch his attention, but I feel like he would avoid it.
He would
a
keep
little
doing
bit.
chores or something.
Yeah, yeah,
and then,
he
like,
would.
keep looking at his tent.
Right, that's like the text you get from your ex. You're like, oh no, I'm gonna look at this. I'm not gonna respond instantly. Like, fuck you. Like, what
Yeah. But then he goes straight to Valentine.
Yeah, I definitely would have never been able to do any of this shit. And they're doing it in cowboy boots, everybody. Cowboy boots.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like
Look at him. Look at them all.
He's already sliding.
Well, we can't go back the way we came.
Why not?
Let's try this way.
Ain't you a sorry sight?
Just throwing a little bit of wisdom out there. The fact that you are here right now is also a miracle, because like this is what your ancestors did at some point for something to survive.
Sure you did.
You alright?
I guess he was trying to get away from the wolves.
I think he was just trying to get away from the wolves, and that
Lead us out.
he thought he would just die there.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's. And then they've just been waiting.
You see that on the ridge?
They know that there's meat close by.
I can't wait for you to reshoot this, like this part specific, this fight.
I'm kind of nervous.
I think it should be a lot
it's,
faster.
It's only 3 kills, but yeah, I do too. I think it should be like boom, boom, boom. I should use Deadeye and do quick cut of all 3 wolves dying.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know. I feel like this is the part I struggle with. I feel like I want to balance, like, between being almost comedically, like, he's perfect at every shot, and, like, he misses occasionally. Because, like, I do want him to miss occasionally. Because, like, I don't want him to be perfect. That just doesn't make sense for our Arthur, where he's, like, a little bit bad, a little bit good.
Oh my god, I hate this part. Oh, why? I just shouldn't even have looked at it.
Show up.
Oh my god. Like, I see why people tune out, but still, I also see, like, how much time does still go into trying to get these different shots.
I don't know. Like I've said a lot of times,
Come on then. Let's get back to the others.
people always want to talk about how, like, they can do this better. But I want to see the proof. I want them to do better. I would be
competition.
I would be thrilled to have more people do different versions of this, because, like,
There's multiple ways to do these missions in a row. Like,
and we've had extensive conversations about this, where it's like, this is the magic of YouTube and the era that we're in. We can do this over and over and again, and nobody can stop us.
we can keep remaking videos, making them better until it's the perfect cinematic.
Right, we're not
Like the Dutch and Hosea one. There's still another version we can throw out there, which shows them holding
This isn't
hands.
like a set where we have such a limited budget and amount of time with these people. This isn't like a playthrough where we're just trying to, like, commentate on the gameplay of this this beautiful video game.
Oh, come on, shoot
like-
the wolves.
See any more, Arthur?
Don't think so.
Well, that's what also another thing. I don't want you to be perfect because of suspense as well.
True. I'll miss a couple at least once.
But yeah,
twice.
But what I was saying, like, the magic of YouTube. We're not Netflix. We're not HBO.
Yeah, we don't have to do a one shot and you're done.
Right, we can remake this as many times as we want, or as many times as it takes, because, like, I'd like this to be a concise story I can watch with.
Right.
Because it's just
A
like,
full long bingeable.
that's what it felt like when you were playing it.
Yeah, you were
when you look
binging the
back
game.
on it. Right.
Are we gonna keep the original season up?
Oh,
too?
yeah.
Oh,
We're not going to get rid of it.
It'll just be, at the top of the list.
Yeah, that's another thing that I was saying. Like, that's the beauty of YouTube. We can keep this up because, like, I want people to see our progress. I want people to see that this is possible. Like, this is not some kind of, like, crazy magic or superpower. Like, the only superpower that he has is that he's able to put up with doing this over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, that's...
I mean, we're gonna have to remake season 1 again because we're gonna upgrade video cards and we want it to be 4K. So
Right.
that's
And-
why I literally keep all the settings saved on the camera so
Yeah,
that I can just
that's another thing too. We would love to
quickly
watch
do
it
it.
side by side too. I mean, maybe it's a little bit like ego, whatever thing, but like the
I
whole
think it'd be
reason,
great.
the whole reason we started this is because I would love to watch it and you would love to watch it,
Right.
And we weren't seeing it, so we wanted to make it possible because it's like we love this game so much. I'm obsessed with the game so much. I haven't even sat down and played it for a while, but I'm still think about it almost every day.
Every day, yeah. Or you think about what it's gonna be like in the future for the show, getting to the Braithwaite Manor.
Ugh.
And,
Because I just want people to also realize that don't play video games. That video games, this is what it feels like to people. Like, this is, it changes your life. Like, it's the stories that they tell is way more, yeah.
He said the line, "That's civilization."
Civilization. It's my favorite. We gotta go back. Go back. Go back. I don't even care if it's like.
I don't even know.
That's what I'm saying.
What else is
Taboo.
left?
We're just go back.
Not today.
I'm sorry, we talked over it.
You and Dutch talk about how we're gonna get out of this.
I was just discussing with Herr Strauss when the weather breaks. Suppose we'll have to keep heading east.
East into all that. That's civilization.
The west is
He's so
where
scared.
the work.
Civilization.
Come on, Herr Strauss. Let's get warm.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
Also, happy Friday, everybody. If it's still Friday, wherever
Yeah,
you're
happy
at.
weekend. We know some of you aren't going to be able to watch until like tomorrow or later this weekend because
Happy future wherever you
Yeah.
are. Like, you made it there. Congratulations.
I know there are so many things we can't wait to
Ugh.
show. Like,
That's the pro.
we
so,
wish we can go faster.
Ugh.
We really, really do. We just, I don't.
That's the problem with improving is that you start wanting to just have intention with everything.
We found shelter and we're resting here in some old abandoned mining town while we wait the thaw. Hardly the spring I had been hoping for.
Yeah, me too, Arthur.
We get strong, we get warm,
I forgot about this scene.
and we wait. When the storm breaks, we move. But we're safe here.
These
Turn it
were
up a
actually
bit.
zoomed in. I can't, sadly.
What do you mean you can't turn it? Can you turn us down a little bit?
You sound doubtful.
Not doubtful, just worried.
We have been shot at before, Hosea. I don't feel that this is honestly anything new.
I hope not.
Hey, Rhonda.
We had a bit of bad luck, but then the storm covered our tracks, so now we wait a bit and we go back to Blackwater and we get our money or we get some more money and we keep heading west.
But we're heading east.
For now. For now. We got this.
He doesn't even believe it
We're
himself.
safe. Stay strong, Hosea.
I still love this scene as a beginning. Like, this is probably the best scene that you did in the beginning season here.
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely the best quality.
Morning.
Another cold
Oh,
morning.
How are you holding up?
I'm okay.
this is a good shot.
Better than most.
That's the spirit.
Okay, brother.
See, like, I know this is a little bit awkward, but I just want to show that Arthur does. I feel like he
Interacts.
would be that kind of guy that checks in with everybody because he's the glue. He is the
Absolutely.
glue of this game. Also, thank you, like, Robin. That means a lot to us that you have faith in us.
You're safe now.
For real.
She'll be okay, Arthur.
I'm sure she will, Mary Beth.
This is gonna look so good. It's gonna be so sad.
These were all your shots too.
I hate her hair doing that, but
Keep warm. All of you. Keep warm. Just a few more days and we'll get off this hill.
I hope so.
Stay strong.
It's been a nasty few days.
I know. And we've had tough times before. We keep moving and we keep together. Same as always. All of you. Ain't that so, Mr. Morgan?
Of course.
we gotta figure out where we want to put Arthur.
That's true. Do you guys have any ideas? Should we like have him just standing at the door, or
That he
just
hath no
standing
oblation,
by somewhere?
chooseth the tree that will not rot. He seeketh
Hard to
unto
say.
him a cunning workman to prepare a graven image that shall not be moved. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Hath it not been told to you from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundations
twins?
of the earth?
Robin and Rhonda?
Is it he
Aw.
that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the
cool.
inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers? That stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in.
Maybe leaning against the wall.
that bringeth the princes to nothing.
True.
He maketh the judges of the earth as vanity. Yea, they shall not be planted. Yea, they shall not be sown. Yea, their stock shall not take root in the earth. And he shall also blow upon them, and they shall wither, and the whirlwind shall take them away as stubble. To whom then will ye liken me, or shall I be equal, saith the Holy One? Lift up your eyes on high, and behold, who hath created these things, that bringeth out their host by number, and calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might, for that he is strong in power, not one faileth.
I think so.
Why sayest thou, O Jacob, and speaketh, O Israel? My way is hid from the Lord, and my judgment is passed over from God.
I think we should
Hast thou not
open
known?
up.
Hast thou not
with
heard
this
that the
after that
everlasting
mission
God, the
with Javier.
Lord, the creator of the ends of the
We'll
earth,
go into everything
fainteth
else.
not,
I don't know. I feel like this should be at
neither
an
is
end of an
weary?
episode.
There
why
is
this
no
Right.
searching of
I
his
think that's what it said the
understanding.
first time.
He giveth power to the faint, and to them that hath no might he increaseth their strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fail. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
Exactly.
That's real pretty, Reverend, but what on earth does it mean?
It means keep faith.
I don't know, Miss Karen. I realize now that I
It
truly
means that
don't.
you keep planting even
That
if
it
you don't
brings me
know if the
comfort.
vegetables are gonna grow. It means you keep going even if you don't know it's gonna be worth it because you have faith that something can happen eventually. Because even if you don't believe, in anything, you can believe in chance. You can believe in the logic that, like, luck is always going to come for you. If not God or creator or fate.
I love this music so much.
Yeah, me too. I sure did. And you know what? Keep going on. Keep letting this fucking end title. I looked up. I've actually been very interested because, like, holy, oh my god. Everybody, like, I could make a whole video just describing the amount of research that this team did, Rockstar, for this game. Hosea is like a prophet in his history and everything, background correlating to the Bible.
Talking about this
Yeah.
was great.
Right. Looking up even the background of the names of the characters will give you so much insight into what these writers had in mind because, good lord, like, nothing in this game is without intention. Nothing. And, like, sure, some of the shots are maybe lazy in the cinematic. Maybe, like, the cinematic camera isn't, like, as perfect as it
is now.
Right. But, like, there is so much intention in this game with the writing and the sets and just, like, just so much with the writing is mostly my main concern. And it makes me just, like, so happy every single time. Because, like,
I'm telling you, like, Dan was, he was the main guy at Rockstar. He was, like, the main writer.
all over no episode. Oh my goodness, Jesse, you know
we
it's
got
gonna be
about 5, 7, 10 years.
We got
a long time.
It's gonna be a long
Red Dead Redemption
time.
3 will just be coming out.
Right, and that's for our first playthrough. Like, I don't know about you, but, like, do you think we'll be satisfied with just one playthrough? No, like, we're gonna want to remake it, and we're gonna want to make it better. We're gonna,
like I said, once we upgrade cards, we need it for. We're gonna need to go 4K. And then
Right.
probably by the time we get the series done, you know, we're gonna have 8K TVs, 8K monitors, and you know, then we gotta upgrade again to like a 60, 90
Right, and
RTX.
that's what we kind of even want to show with just like the little cutscenes that we do for the songs or like the camp interactions is what we like to call them. Like we're gonna keep remaking those because like even just having little snippets of perfection with cinematography, I think is so satisfying.
I have found
'Cause,
people
like-
play through a social call and the lighting is actually a little better. But the reason why I chose the overcast is just because it's foreshadowing the next episode, because
Right.
each episode is basically almost a day by day thing.
Right. So like also
Because all
that's
this
another
happens
thing
so
that we're
fast.
yeah, like that's another thing we're very aware of is this is our Arthur in our story. We're really trying to put our headspace in where our Arthur would be. Because like I said, he's not like a very high honor Arthur. He's a little bit on the lower end because he's frustrated. He's he's going on to his 40s now. Like he's been in this
They
for a
got
long
Micah,
time. He
and
kind
still
of
hates him.
right. He kind of like almost has perfected. Because like I was talking about this with Billy, like, or I'm sorry, with Desmond, just like just casually, just like the growth that you have, like the whole point of having a mentor, the whole point of having a father, anybody that you can look up to is that in teaching somebody that you're teaching, they're always going to end up better than you because they don't have to go through all of the mistakes and all of the errors that you went through. So of course Arthur's going to be the perfection of what Hosea and Dutch want.
Yeah, because they basically raised him in a way.
Yeah, and I would say go ahead and play the next episode.
Yeah, totally.
And we know how Dutch comes into this a little bit more ego, and Hosea comes into this a little bit more humble, and Arthur's going to be that perfect medium. But he's also going to hold all the anxieties that they have had
For sure.
because like there's actually a psychology thing called triangulation where as a couple, which Hosea and Dutch have been in a relationship, even if it's not like romantic, which of course a lot of the fandom thinks it's more a little bit than romantic, that that they've been creating this family and creating this gang from like a love perspective.
Yeah, one is mom, one is dad, or
Yeah,
they're both dads.
and maybe not a lot of times because they're both men, they're not going to admit all of the faults and everything. So there's a third person that's going to carry all of those anxieties and problems that they aren't all of the burdens that they aren't going to address.
All of the F ups.
Yeah. So anyways, go with the next episode.
And we could sit here and just talk all day about body language and
I know
their
it's gonna take
emotions.
forever, but we went into this knowing that it was never gonna be a short project.
Yeah, there's no way to until they give us the Rockstar editor, which even then I might still prefer Joe Trius'
The one
camera.
with the death wish. I am doing everything I can to keep these people alive.
Pinkertons. Lots of them, and bounty hunters too, more than ever before, and all after us. We were set up in Blackwater.
And none of them dumb enough to take that pass in winter or think us fool enough to do it neither. We got a few weeks. By the time they find out where we are, we'll be gone.
Where to?
I ain't got that yet. But this ain't done. Not no way.
Rhonda, I do too.
Yeah,
I think
I
it should
wanna-
lead up to the Blackwater incident, and then we change as Mac.
I think it should be a prequel
Yes,
too.
but
I
none
know it
seems to
probably
be
won't.
anymore.
Or we should play as
We'll
Mac
work this out.
throughout all of RDR3.
I know it probably won't, but I think it should.
But then again, Rockstar could pull a complete 360 and redo Red Dead Revolver and actually give us their take on Red Harlow. There's a lot of... I mean, with Dan gone, who knows what they're going to do.
We're gonna starve to death up here, Mr. Morgan. We're okay.
We have
See, in the remake, I would like you to like
and a
socialize a little bit
for
more
what,
and then do
10,
this.
12 people?
When I was in the Navy, I do not wish to hear about what you got up to in the Navy,
Yes.
Mr.
I would love to see a young Arthur.
Let's see.
If you're already gonna do a prequel, just do a prequel. You know, like
You got to. Just be Star Wars.
When we ran away from Blackwater, I wasn't
No,
able
'cause they did a
to get
prequel then
supplies
sequel.
in.
Well, when government agents are hunting
True.
you down, sometimes
But they put it in
shopping
order.
trips need to be cut short. We'll survive. We always have. If needs be, we can eat you. You're the fattest.
I sent Lenny and Bill hunting, and they found nothing.
Well, Lenny's more into book learning than hunting.
I know that they probably, to be honest with you, they're probably testing
no wonder they found
is what
nothing.
my theory is.
We'll go find something. Come on, Arthur.
The only thing that's been mentioned is really just Take-Two saying that they are gonna make
Some need out there.
a third one.
Sorted, salted offal.
But you know, it's gonna take like 10 years.
Come on, let's go.
We haven't even got GTA 6 yet, so
I can't stay here listening to you two. Look, if there's game in those hills, I'll find it. And you can kill it.
You need to rest, Charles.
You think this is rest? Come along.
oh yeah, this is where we actually have a intro. Kind of debating on what I want to do for an actual intro, unless we should still go with the somber. I guess we should, because technically this song is also used for season 2, but I don't know. I guess we'll come to that point when we get there.
Yeah, because I don't know. I like the opening, but I know
I do too.
I know we're gonna change it up. I still love this song though, like the PlayStation song for the opening.
Yeah, it is the PlayStation home screen.
Yeah, for this game.
And I actually had to like mix it and everything, so it's not exactly like this, but 'cause this is our version of it.
You don't think there's gonna be a third Red? No. It made too much money. It's still making money.
There's gonna be another Red Dead Redemption, maybe not a Red Dead
Yeah,
Redemption
bro,
3,
I'm
but-
sorry to be the fucking, or I'm sorry to be like corny. Keep the faith, bro.
Gotta keep the faith.
You gotta manifest. You gotta like know it's gonna happen.
I can't use it, and you'll have to.
Oh, you're joking.
Use a gun, and we'll scare off every animal for miles around. You're never too old to learn, I imagine.
All right, let's head out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Charles, love you. I love you so much.
How are you holding up, Charles?
I'm okay, apart from this hand. Stupid mistake.
Still bad?
It'll be
When he
fine
says
in a
faith,
day
I
or
think
two.
he always means
I
hope.
just can't pull a bow right now.
Yeah,
Sure.
like, it doesn't
Anybody
always
else agree with that? Like,
Never really
doesn't have to be
got the
like
hang of it.
You'll be fine.
a religion type faith.
So,
oh, thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, thank you, Jesse. We appreciate that.
No Driscoll?
Again, all this,
There's meat up
all
here
that might
for
be
sure.
changed for the remake,
Jason doesn't know what he's
and
talking
we won't
about.
hear that song
Now
until
the
season
weather's eased
2.
off a bit, they'll be needing to feed.
Because we got to remake the first 3 episodes of season 2 to bring it up to the quality
Find
of
some higher ground.
episode 4 and 5.
I'm gonna go crazy when you remake this episode.
I
This
know.
part.
It's gonna be so
I ride
pretty.
north from Blackwater,
Seeing their faces up
stuck in the storm,
close.
bringing John back in.
You've had a lot put on you. I
This
wish
is my
I could've
favorite
done
chapter
more.
1 mission.
I didn't mean it like that. Just a lot to think back on.
Lots of talking.
I still don't really know what happened on that boat.
Me neither. Well, Javier told me.
Seems like it's pretty much in a straight line too, so I should be able to get a lot of headshots.
You mean the Taco Bell commercials have Charles's voice actor? Is what you mean to say?
Oh, the music. peaceful after being like in the winter storm for a whole night or day or two.
See some of the ground uncovered here. Come on, let's try this way.
We're still gonna have to come up with creative shots for these.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, obviously more close-ups.
Yeah.
The wind's died down
But
too.
at least we gotta have a
No one did all
couple
this bad,
shots
but
of
if
them
it's
just
too
traveling
strong,
and
they
being
won't move.
quiet.
Now, shh. Stay quiet.
No, he definitely wouldn't shoot a bow as well. It seems like he doesn't like bows.
I think he would shoot like the first few shots incorrectly, and then like, cause that's kind of like how I think they would do it in like a movie or TV show.
Which is why we haven't really used the bow against anybody in the show.
Arthur, I need food.
There's deer been here. And recently.
That's a third.
How can you tell?
He's still in a third.
Let's walk it from here.
It still blows my mind that Arthur never learned how to hunt properly until now.
Yeah, like, you would think Hosea mentions something about a rabbit later. So, he knows. Maybe he just never took Hosea's advice. Arthur, we need to get the Crunchwrap Supreme.
I think so. Maybe not.
Focus. It's easier in the snow, but once you get your eye in, you'll be able to track nearly as well in grass and woods.
Like, we could show a first person, but probably not. Oh, this takes so long.
Yeah, I definitely want to show more of him like trying to find the tracks, and we wouldn't have it light. Do you think we can turn that effect off, like the lighting?
Yeah.
On the steps?
Sadly, we can't if we're gonna go into Eagle Vision.
We don't have to go into Eagle Vision.
Yeah,
you
but
can still see the tracks.
Exactly. So we won't have to have it on.
I think you should show like the close up of the tracks, and then like him sneaking around, trying to like look everywhere. This might be a good mission to do a little bit of first person, just a little bit.
Maybe.
I don't know. What does everybody else
It
think?
all depends on how we can edit it. So right now, whatever.
Like, even if you're in the future, if you have any ideas for any of the shots of any of these scenes, please let us know. Because, like, we're not experts here. We're just trying to make something good of something we love. Like, that's the beginning and end of it.
Yeah, it's crazy how much... There was no point for this. I think it was just to take a look at the deer.
Well, that's kind of what I harped on a lot, is intention with shots. And
see, now it feels like it is a Let's Play, and it's... Oh, I hate it.
Well done.
I think you would hold probably like that shot for a little bit longer, because like you're kind of like,
I'll get the other.
you probably like hold it as long as like you're holding your breath
Yeah.
when you're hunting, because you hold your breath and like let go.
Okay.
Does it still work with automatic Deadeye scenes? So with that is, we would have to go into third person, mark our
Interesting cut.
characters.
Do you see these cuts like he did here?
Not bad, boy.
So interesting.
Actually, no.
Okay, boy.
Oh, okay. A fade out. Okay, that's just a cinematic
Yeah,
camera in
you
the
cut
game.
a little bit. Literally, you didn't cut out like any long shots before this, but then you were like, "All right, we cannot keep doing
It was
long,
way too
long
slow.
walking shots. It is way too slow."
So yeah, what I would have to do is basically go into third person, mark the characters, switch to the camera, and then shoot the gun as he would, then quickly shoot all the people. So that'd be one way to get a good workaround for Deadeye scenes. So I'm pretty confident I can do it. pretty easily.
Ready to head back when
Funny you
are.
say that, Robin, because we're kind
Let's head
of,
back.
or I should say, he is working on making some of the party stuff, maybe.
Oh yeah, the Welcome Back party is getting basically completely remade.
Right, because
Nice
like,
work, Arthur.
I have 6 videos right now. I
Keep
have
us
all the main
fed for a few
songs.
days. You found him. I knew
It's
you
and they look really good. It's way more
It's easier
personal,
when
faster
they ain't
cuts.
shooting
right,
back.
right.
Just like all this will have
I've
faster
seen enough of
cuts.
Considering how things were looking a couple of days back, well, maybe our luck is finally on the turn.
See, he says in
Seems to
that
me
one
we should
days
be
ago
putting our
instead
effort
of
into
days
getting off
back.
this mountain now. Soon. People are still weak, and well, you've seen how snowed in those wagons are. They ain't going nowhere until we get some more thaw. You're probably right. And even if we do get off here, what then? We'll still have a big price on our heads. This is a big country. We'll find somewhere to lie low. Dutch and Jose will have a plan.
Thankfully, this ride itself is Charles leading, so I can go at its own pace.
Since we fled Blackwater, we give the camp cook 5 minutes to grab the essentials and go, and he doesn't even bring a crumb of food. Good that we caught more than one. A lot of mouths to feed. And that girl from the ranch now too, but not sure she'll be eating much. She has a wild look in her eye. You would too. She lost
For real.
her husband, her home, everything she had. So what do we do with her? Once we get out of here and we're back on our feet, we'll see. She might have family somewhere. So it was O'Driscoll's you ran into there? Yeah. Last thing we was expecting. What is it with the O'Driscolls? You ain't dealt with them?
That is strange. Like, he's been with them for like 6 months.
6 months. I guess because they've been over this way. Yeah. I've heard a lot of talk about
You have the Skinner brothers. That is where Blackwater is. So I guess they never found. Ran into.
Big gang. Nasty sons of bitches. Their leader, Combe,
Yeah, they're
and
more
Dutch go
west.
way back. And not in a good way. A proper blood feud. So I heard.
That means a
Aw.
lot to us.
Yes, absolutely. We are ecstatic that the older generation
Watch
can
out.
enjoy this game as well.
That's like our.
That's our
Let's see if
number
we can
one
find
goal,
another way
basically, is
around.
to.
I would say that's like our second goal.
Yeah.
Number one
We've
is
got
for
a lot
people
of
that have
meat on
replayed
'em.
this game and
We've
it
got
means a
enough
lot to
here.
them.
No
Number
need to
two
push
is
our
for
luck.
people that we're just too
Must
bored
be
of the game or
real
like
hungry.
don't have time for
Stay
the
well
game.
back.
Or want to play the
Storms like
game, or
this are the worst
they
for
want to
animals
play
that
the
sleep
game,
all
but they
winter.
won't play the game, so they'll watch somebody play it. And,
Right.
But we don't want somebody to watch someone playing it. We want them
Right.
to watch
The story.
the show, the story, in a full cinematic way. I mean, my mom,
Cut up here, off the trail.
she calls them all movies, of course, because you know
And
she's
how old
old.
is she? Like,
She's like 67, and she
Yeah,
says
yeah.
that she likes them.
right. So we're just trying to get to the level where like they
Can
it
keep
can-
their attention as well.
Right.
I mean, most older people love Western, so
This is a beautiful game. Like I said, a game.
We
But-
ain't never talked that much, you and me.
We're trying to showcase
How long
the
you been with us
story.
now? 5-6 months.
and it might not
In a
even all be
cinematic way.
focused on Arthur.
You
Like
didn't expect
a lot of
that.
camp conversations have no need
Any
for
of
Arthur to
this.
be in them.
Blackwater,
You don't really have much to say.
being up here.
Ooh,
Ah.
we're looking forward to
Sooner or
it.
later, a job's gonna go
Oh
wrong.
yeah,
Nature
that's
will.
gonna be really
I just
tricky.
thought
We don't want to talk about though. We'll talk about
Yeah.
this episode because like
You want
Yeah,
me
we
to
gotta
move on?
focus on
No.
season
Oh,
one.
not at all.
But yeah, it's coming.
I know you could run it alone, no problem. I did that for a long time. I'm done with it. Always wondering if someone's gonna kill you in your sleep. I still wonder that most nights. I reckon you're okay. This suits me. Sure, I could fall in with another gang, but Dutch. You know, Dutch is different. Oh yeah.
he's a leader.
Dutch is
Or he
certainly
was.
different.
Yeah, he
He
was.
treats me fair. Most of you do. And for a fellow with a black father and
Leader
an Indian
instead
mother,
of an
that
authoritative
ain't normally
figure.
the case. Well,
I'm gonna say that again, even
We
for
need
people
you
that
now.
have jobs, because most people
More
have
than
jobs. Leader over
how long have you
authoritative
been with these
figure.
boys?
Why ain't you run off?
Me? 20 years, something like that. Since I was a boy.
20 years?
20 years.
He taught me to read. John, too. Taught me a few other things, him and Hosea.
Huh. I'm sure.
God saved me.
Ooh, that's real
Saved
near
most
the
of
end.
us.
But yes, I like that
That's
mission
why we
too.
need to stick by
'Cause
him through this. He
Obviously,
always sees us
I mean,
right.
if you play the game, obviously near the end, he has more missions where he can show
How's that
a
new
lot of
horse?
compassion
He's all right. He'll do
instead
for
of
now.
taking.
Arthur has
Letting
a
me
lot
take
of
time the
morale.
other night.
She's the
It's
strong
just
one.
in the beginning
Been
he
as hard
doesn't
on the horses as on the rest of us.
show it as much.
I don't know what Dutch would do if
I
something
mean, he
happened to the
can't
Count.
really.
Same with Bill and Brown Jack. He's a drunk, miserable bastard, but he loves that horse.
Huh. I hope they all make it.
I tried to ride the Count once. Hucked me faster than a bull. Won't take nobody but him.
Horse is just as stubborn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's a big point. Not a. I wouldn't say contention, but that's a big point for us. Is where like we talk about
I'm gonna
like
hitch tie him over here.
what is content that is too distracting from what we're doing, and what is content that kind of makes sense. So, like we want to do more. We want to do a lot more creatively,
Get these
but
over to Pearson.
for the time being, I
Thank
think it's
you for
important that we
showing
get
me how
through
to use the boat properly.
I only showed you a little.
what we want to get through,
There's a lot
which is
going
the
on.
main
Yeah.
mission at least once before we start exploring like random ideas and things that we have. Because we have, oh my god,
We have so many ideas. It's insane.
that's almost like the problem, really, is that we have
Yeah.
so many ideas.
Now I have an idea to do a whole episode,
What
and
a
it's the whole
surprise.
community
Find
actually
a camp
helping it.
rat loitering
I don't know
around
if you've
the
seen
kitchen.
like
Is that
the
any way to greet an old
Shrek
friend?
remake or
I feel like
whatever,
we
where
haven't
it's like a
spoken
whole
for
bunch of
days. I do
creators
my utmost to
making
avoid. He loves me,
Shrek the
Green.
movie,
It's
and it
just
goes from
saying,
animation
showing
to
affection.
real life to
No
people in
way it
costumes,
isn't.
and
Now shoot,
so
get
we could
off.
have Arthur in different
See,
clothing
I
and
See,
not
you
seen
got
that
on
with
just
yeah,
fine.
it'd be pretty
Charles
cool
is
to
a
do a
woman.
whole
Have a drink,
45-minute
boys.
episode like
You
that.
earned it. Jesus, what is that? Navy rum, sir.
Jesus!
The only thing. Keeps you sane, it does. Yeah, seems to have done a treat on you. You go rest that hand, Charles.
I'll be fine in a few days.
You mind helping me with the skinning, Mr. Morgan? It's easier if we do it together. Do I get to skin you? You're always one with the jokes, aren't you? Come on.
This really isn't a job for a man with a burnt hand. I'll see you
I'm
both
sorry,
later.
but TikTok would
You
say like,
skin that
Pearson,
one,
are
get
you?
you
Do you
dumped
have
on the floor
ADHD?
there.
Do you have trouble starting jobs? You can do them, but do you have trouble starting?
Not too bad, Mr. Morgan. Yeah. They always said you were a butcher. You know, you could trade these or sell these in pretty much any town if you're looking to make a legitimate bit of money.
He
of
knows how
course.
to
Right
skin,
now,
so
I'm
he
just
should
looking
know
to
how
get
to
off this
hunt.
mountain alive. Well, if you catch anything else, you bring it to me. Sure. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Heck,
I don't know. I kind of
Arthur
relate
Morgan's
because it's
first
like just
decent
because you
bit
know
of
how to do
hunting.
something doesn't mean you
After
want
all
to do it
these
all the
years.
fucking time.
Well,
True.
we're on the run now. Everyone's got to do their
Yeah,
bit
see,
to
engineer
survive.
knows about
Make
the
a
Shrek
good
movie.
stew. Folk need it.
Too many ingredients for the pot. That's an
Tough few
interesting problem to
days.
have, but it can also be a benefit. That's true. There's a lot that we can produce, but the only thing is
Boys,
just
because I
time.
thought you liked action. Couple
Right.
I know
days on the
people are
lam,
impatient.
You
and
lot have all turned
I'm
yellow.
impatient.
Yellow.
Like I want it.
Micah, I ain't
now.
never seen so many long faces. I guess folks miss them. That fell. But when I fall, I don't want no fuss. When you fall,
Yeah.
there'll be a party.
Exactly.
Probably. Funny, huh?
I love Rockstar, but
Sure.
Oh,
like
I don't feel like being laughed at by the likes of you two.
Stop it! Now! You fools punching each other when Como Driscoll's needing punching hard. You want to sit around waiting for him to come
like no
find
offense,
us?
but like
All of you,
cinematically,
we
why
have
did
work to do. Come on.
Are you sure about this, Dutch?
Like, why did
Yes.
Rockstar
We've
put
been
every
through a
single
lot
character
recently. We hardly
in
back on
the
our
middle
feet
of the
yet.
The last
screen?
thing we need is to get
Because that,
bushwhacked
no
by
offense, but
Colm
like
O'Driscoll.
cinematically,
Let's
if
go.
you put somebody in the middle of the
know you
screen, that means they
hate
have
him, Dutch.
power,
He's here
that they
for
have
us.
say.
I doubt that.
No,
Why would
you're
you
just
put
doubting
Lenny
me.
or
I
Micah?
would
Are
never
you trying to
doubt
say
you,
that they
Dutch.
all
You-
have a say in this game? I mean, I know they
Said
do, but like,
revenge is a
I think it's a
luxury we
comedic
can't afford.
This is the right
thing
call.
as
Arthur.
well.
Take this. And this is about
But
That's
it
why I
still
wish I
should have
could-
been a little bit more to
Business
the left or a
long
little bit more
ago.
to the right for him.
They were talking about trains.
Dreams,
Dreams,
welcome.
Welcome. Hello.
If
Always
anybody
had
here
good
has not
information.
seen any of
Come
Dream's
on.
videos, please go
You
check them
think
out because
now
they
is
are
the
amazing.
right time to hit a train.
I love Dreams.
Now
I,
you
I love
might
his
fancy
videos
living on
because he
deer
So
does some
creative.
really.
I'm getting too
He
old for that
he can
life.
basically do a remake of
Mr.
a movie into the
Matthews,
game.
Mr.
Yeah,
Smith,
like he has complete
Mr.
freedom.
Pearson,
It's like,
would you
he
please
does
look after the
is
place?
great.
There are O'Driscolls about. Yeah.
Everything.
Southwest, right, Arthur?
We're doing good.
You
Yeah,
said
we are.
follow
Thanks,
the main
Dreams.
trail southwest.
We hope you're doing well
They're camped
as,
near
as
some
well.
lake.
Okay, let's go find these bastards before they find us and rob this store they're planning.
Yeah, more murder.
So this is also another ride I did want to discuss because like I want Arthur to be on his right, a little bit behind though the whole time. So he's not like exactly like equal to on his right, but he is a little bit behind.
You're talking about on the right from this angle, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, because
Not from when you're on in front.
yes, because you'll see in a few seconds that like Micah.
Tracks, horses, quite a few
Tries to get to the
Right, he tries to get close to Dutch as well. So I just want to like
As far as I can tell,
juxtapose.
the only fools out here are
Yeah, you
us
can see him.
and
He's
them.
trying to get in front of Arthur now.
Right.
And Arthur's like, no.
Yeah. So
You
I
good,
think.
Dutch?
Mhm.
Of course. Listen, I know you don't think much
Look,
of my ideas
see, Micah is
recently,
on his
but
right
this
right
is
now,
the
so
right
I don't.
move.
I think it'll also
Okay.
depend like what you do with
You know I got your back.
when you're like research or when
I
you're
learned
replaying
a long
this part.
time ago that you hit Colm O'Driscoll. Wait for him, and people you love will die.
This feud between you and him needs to be
See,
put
then
to
like at
rest.
this part,
One
Micah
way
goes to
or
his
another.
left.
It will be.
Some things
Well, I think
can't
that was
forgive,
just part of
others
the.
I
You can
can't
get him to
forget.
go to either side.
No, but like from this part on, he's on the left, so that's why I kind of want Arthur on the right, like
You killed
really
his
trying
brother, Dutch.
to be close to him, but not
Yes.
being his equal.
I did. And I hope the bastards will be reunited soon enough. That's how this'll end.
Damn right, boss.
Shut up,
That
you
smoke?
freaking rat.
Let's cut up here and take a look. They said it was near the lake, so we must be close. Hold up here. Easy.
This was actually done, I think, with the in-game cinematic. This isn't, but
Whoa! All right, gentlemen. This is
The
it.
least amount of bodies.
Uncle.
Are we goddamn
Yeah.
ready?
Jack.
Ready, Dutch.
Good.
See, I want Arthur to be a little bit
Mr. Morgan
closer.
and
I do too. I want him to literally
head
be
up here a
looking
little.
at the other.
See if we can't get a sense of the
members.
layout of the camp.
5
Mr.
members.
Williamson, Mr. Bell,
4 members.
you two take up a hidden position.
Would you just do?
outside
I don't know
the
if you
camp.
should just do a close-up
be like
shot on
this.
this. I think you should do
Mr.
like a
Escuela.
wide shot.
You two hold
We'll do
position
some wide
here.
shots. We'll have face cam, of
Let's go.
course. Oh yeah, Mary Beth. Literally never killed a person in the game, huh? Well, she might have killed somebody when Milton showed up in Chapter 6. Or, yeah, whenever they get back. In LeGras.
Yeah, I think it has to be Mary Beth or Swanson. For sure.
Yeah, Swanson, like...
I mean, if Jack counts, then like obviously he's.
until he turns older.
There they are.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the
That's
go-to is the
definitely
close-up shot. It's just like
I
that's
think
gonna
so.
get a little bit monotonous.
Yeah, that's him.
God, I love this scene, and I wish I can get the camera. And I can get the camera to go down there, but I can't get rid of the binocular effect.
Ugh.
So if we can get a close-up of Kieran getting slapped.
my god, Kieran. I can't believe this is Kieran. It just blows my mind when you replay this instantly and you're like, that's Kieran?
Who's he talking to?
Yeah.
This guy got
You
like
don't
bitch
seem
slapped
very
from the
happy.
beginning.
No.
Meh, meh.
They leaving?
Seem to be. Should we go get them?
No. Colm can wait. Best to get some of them out of there. And much less fun to rob him and his score if he never finds out about it.
Yeah, the camera is easy.
Let's
It's
get
just
down
getting
there.
rid of the binoculars. I think I can go into Rampage and turn off all the effects, and that'll affect the binoculars as well. But I know with...
Don't forget to
I
grab
want to
that
say I
rifle
tried
from
it,
your
and it
horse.
still leaves the center part of the camera. But we'll see if
Boys,
Joe
you
Trius
ready
can
to
also
pick them
help
off
on
from
that or
up there?
something.
Sure thing.
Or maybe we can just remove it
Come on,
a little
let's
bit.
go. Seems easiest to take the same path down as Bill and Micah. Like you said, revenge is a luxury we can't afford.
Yeah, just wasn't sure you agreed with me.
Arthur,
The first
have
close-up
you
shot.
completely lost faith in me? Our needs right now are supplies, equipment, and a way out of here. Everything else, including Colm, can wait.
Oh, well, thank you for
Okay.
coming and joining
There's
us.
enough
I
of
mean,
those
it's
bastards
okay.
thanks,
Like,
Jesse.
you need to go.
Deal
Like,
with
I
as it
understand.
is.
Yeah, this is
Come
like a
on.
3-hour thing, so...
Yeah,
And it's
this
gonna
is
be
very
a-
casual. You can come back later and rewatch stuff.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
gonna be a
we're not
VOD,
gonna
so...
delete it. Right.
Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night. Go enjoy whatever life is out there for you.
Yeah, it's the weekend. Time to go to sleep. Oh,
See,
God, I can't wait to cut out all this in the remake.
I don't know, because I kind of want, like, close-up shots.
Brit no tea,
Good
3:32 in the morning.
Good morning, dude. Like, if you don't drink tea, does that imply coffee, or does that mean that, like, you're just, like, straight balling this shit? Like, you're like, water is the best. Because I don't know. I wish I could be like that.
Oh, watch out. This bit's steep.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
this walking is so long. Why did I keep it in? I think it was because I didn't know how I could have cut it, but now I do.
Look. Okay, but I'm just saying, sweetie. Like, look, you went back and you showed the O'Driscoll camp. So I think
True.
I kind of get what the idea of you were going for, like, in the beginning.
Suspenseful. Which I could show bits and pieces, but...
Yeah, I like that shot.
Oh, for some reason,
There's the
right
echo.
here...
Shh. Is there echo?
Probably. For some reason, right here, Arthur missteps. For some reason,
Maybe
yeah.
I should take
He has
the
a
lead
little,
on
like,
this.
jump. It's like that's
They're
where
gonna
the end
be
of the
gunning
terrain
for you.
actually falls
They ain't
off.
got me yet.
No, but the way our luck's been running,
Hush. Let's just get down there first.
Probably cut all this out.
Follow me. Let's head for that building in front.
Maybe. All depends on what it looks like in cinematic. You don't live by that stereotype.
That's fair.
But Engineer enjoys tea. I love sweet tea.
Yeah, I've never been. We're in the South, so like
We're
we live
Southern.
in Tennessee. Yeah, like sweet tea. He lives by it. I'm okay with it. I feel like I'm just starting to like tea.
Come on, follow me.
Oh my God, we're still not there.
I know, it's okay, cause like I said, like when I feel like even cinematically, you should probably add a little bit of suspense. This is the first mission we're doing, like where it's
Yeah, the
like with
actual
a
first
gang
mission.
against a gang.
so what are we doing, Dutch? I can take this if you want.
Just make the call.
He looks like a
You wanna
vampire.
take the lead? Go.
Okay, fine. You make the move.
We got everything we need. Yep. Both got the map, timetable.
Anybody in the chat, did you make the move, or did you did you make Dutch make the first move? I'm just curious. I don't know. I think Arthur would make the first move because I think he he's not intentionally trying to piss Dutch off, but I think he would. Because I think he's trying to do it out of a form of love, and Dutch takes it as offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Like, Dutch wants to make the move on the O'Driscolls every time.
Yeah, because it's like personal.
And what if Arthur messed up? What if he made too much noise and then they start shooting? Done both.
See, that's what I talk about with you. Like, I feel like you should almost intentionally make it slow.
Yeah, and I
in
will.
season
It's
1.
just, it's not going to be like, we're not following them all the way down. We'll be
Oh,
switching
Driscoll!
back and forth.
Search the bodies. Strip everything we can from them.
Oh, Driscolls!
Of course not. Colm doesn't give a shit about his men. All he cares about is not.
Okay, yeah, for sure. When I go through this playthrough, like, fuck you, like.
You're in. Think how long somebody's been with me.
This first chapter is really slow. I will say, like,
I don't know half the names of these.
dude,
It's
they
a lot
really,
of tension.
They really made you earn this fucking game, didn't they? Like,
Yeah.
I love it. I fucking love this game. I love this game. I love this game.
The reason why Dutch's...
But they made you earn all of that.
That's true.
Chapter 2 and 3 and 4, perfection.
The reason why Dutch's face changes throughout, or through the whole game, is mainly probably because of lighting, quality of his skin. Like, if you're on PC, I think the resolution is like 520, but you can get the 4K mod to help.
Okay, just to
increase
like
the
put
detail.
things into perspective again for like people that are watching. Okay, so like these people are like fucking struggling. People in Britain are like, they're like, huh, I wonder if like how you were raised affected like how you thought when you were an adult. You know?
Yeah.
Like what? And they were researching science, they were researching plants, they have already documented all of this shit by this point, and like we're over here in the fucking Wild West, like fucking fighting for our lives. Like, ugh. I am so sorry to all the cussing, but like as a person naturally, like I just cuss. Like,
Yeah, we
all
just
the fucking
naturally.
time.
I mean, Arthur says fuck.
And no
like
offense, but
twice
like
in the game.
this is,
I mean, we're not for this whole series isn't made for anyone under 18, so.
And if you are, like I was, a person exploring things under 18, like you should know.
It's not real, guys.
It's not real. Please don't do
Can't
this in
do
real life.
this.
There is like no such thing as no consequences. Like that. If anything, this game should harp on this. Like, I still love the fact that you fucking wouldn't pick. I think, was I the one that was like, you need to at least show that he's going to pick up this hat again?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that I was the one that was like, you need to at least show.
Yeah, because he can't lose his hat.
No, he can, but you gotta show that he picks it back up.
Right. Yeah.
Good work, boys. Now,
Unlike Dutch, where he just magically has his hat back from Adler Ranch.
He only says
Losing
the
it.
F word. Wow.
you go search that wagon there.
Yeah, 2 times in the whole game.
Search that building. Arthur, you take that building to the left.
I know. I want to make stickers, but like,
Detonators, explosives,
We're working.
yeah.
We need to get a person to do emojis for us. Just like we mentioned at the beginning of this, I think it'd be cool if we did have a rat emoji for every time Micah showed up or something.
What do you think, Bill? Well, looks fine. Smells good.
Oh my god, Bill, do you know what the fuck you were talking about?
I don't think he does.
Think so, boss? Found this on the
Smells good.
This is perfect.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. This is
Oh yeah,
something about
there's
the-
also a whole dialogue of him finding this
of
map.
Mr. Leviticus
So
Cornwall.
that's one thing I didn't get to put
Now,
in.
back up. Let's keep moving.
A lot of the reason why I didn't put stuff in is because I thought I had to set up the camera to record the the thing. So if I played through the whole mission and didn't get the shot, I'd have to redo it and reset up the cameras. Whereas free cam, I can just move it to wherever I want. I can also pause the
Outlaws
game.
for life, fellers. Outlaws for life.
John, Mac, Charles, and Sean back riding with us, and I believe, I know, they will all be back.
Well, you didn't get Combe, but this hit'll hurt him a lot more than any bullet in the head.
Especially when we rob this train, too.
So was that whole camp of O'Driscoll supposed to rob the train? Like,
Indeed we will.
it seemed like they were gonna have more than just them.
Oh, of course.
Maybe they just wasn't gonna rob it on the same day,
Stay a step ahead of them.
so they was able to. Anyways,
Before they know where we are.
I don't think Dutch.
Allowed ourselves to get a step behind in Blackwater.
I don't think he thought as much as he let on.
yeah, I agree.
I think Colm did think ahead, actually, a lot. The only reason that Dutch won is because he had people that fucking loved him versus people that were
That's
like,
true.
oh, you're my boss, I'm gonna listen to you out of fear.
Right.
Versus Dutch, where like people loved him. They would like, I would die for
See
you.
that fella?
That's
Wasn't he at
different.
camp with Combe?
He had a
Yeah,
cult.
most people with calm, like they're just there to live.
Yeah, I don't know, like,
Okay, you got it.
And that's what Kieran was doing.
I don't know, people in the chat, like, I don't know, I just want to throw this out here, like, if you think Dutch is a gang, put the red heart. If you think he's a cult, put a blue heart. Because, like, I think he's more of a cult, where he's like, you need to believe my message, and you need to believe the things that I believe in to be a part of this. Versus
Yeah.
Calm, where, like, you need just to believe in, like, the code that I live by, and you can be a part of this.
Right. I mean, Colm doesn't really seem like that bad of a guy. It's just,
No, Comb's not bad for a gangster.
yeah.
Like, because gang in the South meant way, way different
Oh,
than
yeah.
a gang in, like, a North where you're a city setting. That is
Exactly.
way different. And this is also 1890s.
It's Kieran.
This is
Kieran,
before
Duffy,
any,
Kieran
like,
Duffy.
train
Well,
or industrial,
I ain't
like,
gonna lie
anything
to you.
took off.
This is a real
They started
bad day
ideas
for
of
you,
that, but it
Kieran
did
Duffy.
not take off
Where
yet.
are you taking me?
Somewhere you ain't
Yeah, we
gonna
basically
like.
just started getting
What are you gonna
steam
do to me?
trains.
Something you ain't gonna like. So I'd advise you to save your breath for
The
screaming.
music is so loud in this.
Shh, I want to listen to it.
I'm no use to you. You're hurting me.
You better shut your mouth, you little shit, or I will shut it for you.
When we remake this, will you go as antagonistic or will you keep neutral?
Come on, just name your price. I don't know nothing real about him, honest.
Probably more antagonistic.
Couple of months.
Really?
But I actually don't remember if I think it just automatically does it, doesn't it?
I will break every bone in your body.
No.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I told you to do this.
Right.
So, like,
Okay.
no offense to anybody, but, like, if you have a bad comment to make, it is mostly, probably at least 90% because of me. Because I wanted him to test the boundaries of, I guess, like, Outlaw Arthur. Because, like,
Yeah.
Let's introduce you to the boys.
I think Arthur would be really good at playing his part, even if he doesn't agree with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I think that's what Dutch liked about him.
Yeah, he was a hard
Oh,
ass.
shit, did you?
That's why he's always there. He's protection.
Very good. Welcome to your new home. Hope you're real happy here.
You want me to make him talk?
Oh no, now all will get.
And like I said, if any of this offends you or you want to write a paragraph about how like I'm wrong, please do. Cause like
my friend,
that's what I do. I go on rants with Desmond about like how he should act in certain scenes or not because of what I think Arthur should be in the mindset of. Because like I said, this playthrough is more neutral or on the bad side than anything.
I'm just sorry we missed out on Cole.
Oh, there's time enough for that.
Yeah, we've completely rethought on what he would say here in chapter 1 for some of the stuff that we can actually do.
I'm not
and it
convinced
plays more
that
to
like
the actual like cutscenes.
I'm not convinced Hi Arthur is what you should play in the beginning.
I don't either.
I didn't play it naturally, just like as someone who was playing this, like, you know? Like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just having fun.
Yeah.
So, I didn't even know that the world can become open to you after this, like, 3 chapters. Or, I'm sorry, 3 hours.
3 episodes. Yeah, 3
hours.
Episodes. I'm always used to saying 3 missions because per episode is like 2 missions.
Was anybody else frustrated by the opening? I feel like that's a universal thing. That you're frustrated that this opening...
You hate doing the opening.
Oh, it takes 3 hours!
Chapter 1 sucks.
I'm sorry for yelling! I'm just yelling in the background because... Oh!
Ugh. Every time I have to press new game, it just triggers me.
Oh, buddy. Next. Go next. Next.
I just love the music.
I
so
know.
good.
Ugh.
Okay, the final episode's only 36 minutes.
Oh. Oh.
The opening is great. It's a good way to start the game. As you can see, I started throwing in shots that were later in this episode. It's not that chapter 1 actually really sucks. It's so slow, so if you're trying to like hurry up and get to the open world, that's the only pain with it. But yeah, it's a great chapter. It's just slow if you're trying to go fast.
Dutch, being Dutch, he is busy making plans, and
Dutch being Dutch.
His plans involve robbery and dreams. Well, I thought you was reading him his last rites. Now I see you're introducing him to your other passion.
I'll mind you to show me some respect, Mr. Morgan.
Mind away, Reverend. You're still here then?
I owe you.
Yeah. And you'll pay me. But for the moment, just rest.
The one thing I really do love about chapter 1 is how concise it is and how linear it is. Like, you can only do 2 missions in a different way. You can either do the dynamite mission first, or you can do Pearson first.
The boy wanted to see you, John.
I think most people go with the hunting.
What's left of me? What about you?
Guess I was hoping to see a corpse.
Bide your time. You'll see plenty of them.
You're a rotten man, John Marston.
He is an idiot, Abigail. We all know it. Now, railway men. Bill, now you ride ahead and set the charge at the water tower just before the tunnel.
Ain't a problem. Why?
Oh yeah, Reverend is definitely sneaking John some morphine.
Thought we was lying low.
Or at least that's what Arthur thought.
I
want any more folks to die.
Well,
Dutch.
yeah.
But I'm sure he was. I mean, it makes sense.
We're living.
We're living.
But we need money. Everything we has in Blackwater. You fancy heading back there?
No. Listen, Dutch, I ain't trying to undermine you.
Thirds.
Yep.
I just want to stick to the
Thirds.
plan, which
Still
is to
thirds.
lie low, then head back out west. Now,
Jose's in the
I know
middle.
we're about to go on a
Thirds.
train.
He's got power right now.
Yeah, we got.
Leviticus Cornwall's no joke, Dutch.
Who is Leviticus Cornwall?
He's a big railway magnate, sugar dealer, oil man.
Well, how good for him. Sounds like he has more than enough.
Thank you, Robin. I really appreciate you showing up. Like,
Yeah, thank you, Robin.
means the world to us. We're gonna try to keep up the great work.
We will be showing the remake episode 1, so you'll be able to come back to the VOD tomorrow if you want. We'll be here.
And like I said, don't be afraid to like give us criticism, because like that's what we want. We want to make this the perfect thing that you can enjoy over and over and over again. That's the whole point of this. Something you want to see specifically, please tell us. Like, we can make that happen.
Yeah, like, if you were to say right now, you gotta have close-ups, we're gonna get close-ups.
Thank you. We love you. We love all of the support, like, from the bottom of our hearts. I know that might be a little bit vulnerable or like weird because we're strangers or whatever, but like anybody that takes the time to like appreciate the things that we're putting out, we love you. Like, honestly, because like that means you honestly agree with us that like you want the same thing that we do. We want this to happen. We want this
And
to
it's
be as
gonna
best
happen,
as-
it's just gonna
yeah.
take a while.
Yeah, like we want this to be as best as it can be. As best as it can be.
If we could go full-time on this and literally have, like, you know, what somebody would make in a month at a restaurant, as a restaurant worker, or working in a factory, like, I could totally dedicate all my time, but...
Joseph, you are...
But Joseph, no, this is not...
You are a silly little bit. Tomorrow...
The remake... We're showing a preview of the remake
Yeah, like,
at the end
we
of
wish.
this, which is only like 9 to 10 minutes long.
Please, if you could come on... Oh,
Yeah, I wish I could.
oh my god. Oh.
I just got to get past this long ride with Micah, Dutch, and then we can go a little bit faster
Right.
for the first mission, and then we got to do the long-ass ride with Javier, which is going to take a minute. But we're still going to stick to 2 missions per episode for the remake.
So, yeah, like...
So we're not going to be doing
thinking.
like 3 or 4 at once. Thank you, Joseph. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we love you. Thank you. Like, we really appreciate you. Any support that we get, we really, really appreciate you.
Just happy we're back at 'em, Dutch.
Because, like...
Sure you're ready for this, kid? Of course I'm ready.
Just stay calm.
You get what we're trying to do.
That goes for all of you. No mistakes. Not again.
So we do this, then we go back to Blackwater to collect.
Shut up,
How many
Micah.
times you gonna ask the same question?
God.
That's a lot of damn money to leave sitting for too long.
It would be crazy to go back there now. The place will be swarming with Pinkertons.
We go back when I say we go back, and that's the end of it. The money's safe. You'll just have to trust me. And if the O'Driscolls are right, there'll be a stack of railroad bonds on this train. Good money, once we work out how to cash them. Now everyone, shut up and get your mind on the job at hand.
I'm still really shocked that the GTX 1070 was able to
Hold up
produce
here on the ridge.
decent lighting, decent frame rate. Everything was still on Ultra, by the way.
Easy.
Except for
Whoa!
a couple things. But like
Is Bill there?
textures and lighting and all that was
You
still
want to head
Ultra.
down, see how he's getting on?
Okay.
Oh god, this long ass walk to Bill. We should already be at Bill right now. Wish they would just tip him over the cliff. Yeah, somebody said earlier about throat punching Micah. I wish. I wish you can, like, fight people in camp, and I know you can get a mod for that. Maybe that would be cool for a video where Arthur actually punches somebody for something that they say. Or vice versa. I know if you antagonize too much, Bill will come up and, like, punch you.
Right, it gets kind of boring.
Can I help a little?
All right. Go ahead and set up the detonator by those rocks over there.
Okay, sure.
Now just unspool the wire and then attach it to said detonator.
Yes, the gang does say some stuff. Well, I don't know about, like... Oh, I know definitely on the way back up, you can hear them start to say stuff.
But I don't think he would do that canonically.
What?
Stay there for a long time.
No, he wouldn't, but the camera would. Yeah, something about thanking Colin for getting him the spot.
Okay, this is good.
That's because Arthur is realistic.
You head back up to the others. I got it from here.
Dutch is the dreamer. Arthur is realistic.
Okay, boy.
Now we would have already cut to Dutch and them talking.
About
Like
time.
right now.
Maybe.
I have to say, I'm rather
You'd
looking
probably
forward
show
to
at least
this.
like 2 or 3
Just
shots
be
of
ready
him
to
riding,
move
and
quick,
then
and remember the plan.
Yeah.
All of you, no mistakes.
Like we should already be almost at the
He
cutscene.
says all fine.
by the way, this is not
We'll
going to be a
soon find
normal
out.
thing on Friday night because I don't really have
Everything okay? I think so.
Friday nights all that often.
Okay, cover your faces.
This is like the
Train
first
should be
Friday
here
night
any
she's had
minute
off in a
now.
while.
Ugh.
That's why it took so long for us to get this stream going, is we had to plan for a night that she was off.
Well, we wanted to wait for a while because, like,
Gentlemen,
True.
it's time.
I
We
know-
did want to plan like way longer.
I know us voicing opinion does
Good luck, all of you.
break the, like,
Know what to do.
Fourth
magic.
wall.
Yeah, it breaks the fourth wall and the magic of what we make. But, like, I don't know. I'm willing to break the fourth wall to make you guys a part of this, because like I don't want to waste a shot on something that you want to see.
Yeah,
if you
there's
really want to see something, please tell us, because like
and it don't have to be like a certain interaction. It could be literally something else in the world. Like, hey, this person is dead, hanging on
right.
something. And we do know a lot of the spots in the game, but there's some stuff we have probably missed as well. God, I still love that shot.
Yeah, I do like that shot.
Every single time that I see somebody play this, I'm like, why is there not a shot of them jumping off from in front?
I'm just saying, sweetie, I think you are the first one to do a close-up shot in this scene.
Oh, and I can't wait to redo this because I'll be able to have the camera on follow, so we will never have to use third person or first.
Would you go down at that point still, or would you stay above?
I think I would still go down at that point.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because you have to go down at that point because you have to kill the guy
You
that's
have
inside.
to?
Mhm.
Okay, I can't. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Like, by so long, I mean a year. It literally takes only a year for me to forget, like, the rhythm.
Oh, what is really interesting about this mission specifically, the map repeats somehow over and over. I have sat on that train killing these guys. If you watch closely, you'll see that the background
spot?
isn't the
Is
same.
that what you mean by repeat?
Like when Arthur throws the dude over the bridge or over the train and he falls down into the ravine, that ravine keeps repeating.
No, see, that's what
I don't know how it does it.
No, that's what I mean by, like, I think originally they wanted this to be like way bigger than it actually was.
Yeah. They want it to feel like it's massive.
Like endless possibilities, but time-wise, that's just too much.
This shot right here, like this whole area will keep repeating I don't get it. And once I remake it, I'll figure it out. Like maybe the texture just keeps changing over and over.
Yeah, I love the music
to match
too.
the same thing.
That's why, like, we really try. I mean, we really try to work with people or fit in songs that work with what the soundtrack has gave us.
Yeah, having Gary like help with music for the open world area is super amazing because we don't want to use all the music at once. We gotta save stuff for the future.
That's what we're doing, kid.
Oh.
Got him? I ain't got a clear shot.
Yeah, this ravine that's coming up, like, I don't know how, but the map keeps repeating to have it.
I'm going up. We have to.
Look out! Got more coming off the train.
There better be some money at the end of this.
All these bastards must be guarding something.
We need the car at the back, right?
Yep, keep pushing on. Still okay?
I think so.
Oh yeah, we did lose the hat. Arthur never... Oh wait. I think we technically pick it up whenever he's getting rid of the train.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, shit. Coming out of that last car. One dead off.
We're gonna get out of this.
Oh, I know we are.
You know you're gonna die.
I can't wait to redo all this just because
Move 'em ahead.
All right.
we won't have the third person.
Good shooting, kid.
I can see
It's gonna be
now
hard,
why
but...
your Driscolls brought so many boys up here for this.
Arthur, get over here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
You two all right?
Yes, let's get the money and go.
We got some fellas holed up in this last car.
Ah, shit.
What are you boys planning on doing in there? Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you.
I think we'll let him go, right?
I give you my
Huh?
word, but trust me, we will.
What?
I work for Leviticus Cornwall.
Come on, boys.
We got our orders.
Okay, you asked for it.
We let him go this first time. I think you would let him go the
3,
second
2,
time.
1.
Yeah, for
Seems
sure.
Our friends have gone deaf.
And we will. We'll still let
Wake
him
'em
go.
up a little.
Also, Arthur shoots much slower.
Right, and you'll do closer shots for sure.
I kind of already showed it in episode
Mr. Williamson, give Mr. Morgan
5 for the
Mr.
flashback.
Dynamite. You two
The
boys
previously
go blow that
on.
door open. Now, don't matter too much to us, but you boys in there might want to take a step back.
Seems good enough. Now light the fuse.
Here we go.
Unless you got a death
No,
wish,
too big.
I'd step back, fellers.
All right, come on. Just walk on out here. We don't want to kill you.
My, oh
We just
my.
want to rob your boss. Get on up there. Search that train.
Look at this place. It's like a palace.
Now I've seen everything. Oh, you two got the safe? I'll search the rest.
Oh, yes. Should be easy as cake. You're just gonna stand there, kid. Pour me some brandy, will ya? I'm parched.
Shut up. Me and Arthur did all the work.
Yeah, kid did good. Didn't see you rushing to jump on that train.
He's keen.
Shot of the whole gang stepping back and aiming at them. Yeah, That'll be a good shot.
See if we can get this open.
Also, this whole scene, Micah actually talks for a long time, so we're gonna really stretch it out because he talks about how he's a sugar
What he
dealer,
thinks,
and
yeah, it just really reflects on what he thinks.
and Lenny has his little bickering back and forth because you know we don't see Lenny at all during season 2, basically,
Or even defending himself, really.
for at least half the season.
I don't think so. Here, make yourself useful.
And I actually still have the footage of Micah talking here. It's just,
Well, thank God. Come on.
you know, editing time, trying to cut it down.
Definitely cut a lot of this down.
What did you
Definitely,
find?
right?
Well, like I said, we're gonna show all
just-
of Micah's talking.
Sure.
It's just looking through stuff.
Yeah,
Hey, we can
it
probably
is,
sell these
but it's
pretty
important
easily.
stuff.
Well done. Now, would you get rid of all of this?
The train?
Yeah, get it out of here.
What about them?
What do you think? I don't know. It's up to you. Kill them, leave them here, take them with you on the train. Just make sure they don't send no folk after us.
Okay.
See you back at camp. When you get back, we'll be moving on. The rest of you, let's ride.
Okay. Get on the train. Quick. All of you. Any bright ideas, I kill all three of you. So behave. Come on. Move.
We won't tell a soul, I swear.
Go on.
Okay, we are going to take a very small break, and then we're going to come back and finish the rest of this as soon as this train leaves. So it's going to go to a different screen of the intro screen that we had in the beginning, and then we'll come back and finish the rest. Oh, the shot of the train. Okay, we will be back in about 10 minutes or so. Sorry it took so long. We're back from our break. We're going to finish this up, and then we'll be ending the stream.
And we just robbed the Leviticus Cornwall train.
We got money in our pockets. The worst is behind us, gentlemen. So the question is, where now?
I know this country a little. I told you we should set up camp in Horseshoe Overlook near Valentine. We'll be able to hide out there, no problem, as long as we keep our noses clean.
Well, then let's go. Clean noses and everything else. Arthur, you're in that one. Bring Hosea. I know you two like to talk about the good old days and what's gone wrong with old Dutch.
I can't wait to redo this scene because we're going to be able to get up close and personal as they are driving to Horseshoe Overlook.
Get over here!
Yes, boss.
You two ride up ahead, make sure there's no surprises. We've had enough of those.
Me with the boy?
Just go.
Come on, kid. You can buy me a whiskey.
Get us out the stream. Gotta keep us moving, but calm.
Ah, shit!
Okay, let's take a look.
You all right back there?
Does everything look all right?
Well, what's going on?
Ah, I broke the goddamn wheel.
All right, let's get it fixed.
You need help?
I reckon we can handle it. All right, Charles, you and me hold the thing up while you try and put the wheel back on, Arthur.
You still strong enough to hold up a wagon?
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
Don't say less. Pick the wheel up. Nearly there. There.
See? You ain't so useless after all.
Not quite.
What do you think?
If they wanted trouble, we wouldn't have seen them.
Poor bastards. We really screwed them over down here. Come on, let's not push our luck.
What happened?
Well, get in. I'll tell you. Not too far now. Stay on this trail. We'll follow the river, then cut left inland. So, yes, the Indians in these parts got sold a very raw deal. This is the heartlands we're going to. Good farming and grazing country. They lost it all. Stolen clean away from them it was, every blade of grass. Killed or herded up to the reservations in the middle of nowhere.
And how's that different from anywhere else?
Well, maybe it's not. I just heard some of the army out here was particularly unpleasant about it.
Unpleasant?
See, this is going to be so amazing whenever we actually get
Spider Dutch's talk.
front cameras on Arthur
I fear I was
and
perhaps
Hosea.
trying to simplify something more complicated for the benefit of our block-headed driver here.
Hey, don't blame it on me. Never forget, this here's a con man, Charles, born and bred. Just 'cause it sounds fancy don't mean he knows a damn thing about what he's talking about. So, what happened to your tribe?
I don't even know if I have one. At least, not that I can remember. My father was a colored man. He told me he lived with our people for a while. A number of free men did, but when we were forced to move from our lands, the three of us fled. I was too young to really remember much. My whole life I've been on the run. A couple years later, some soldiers captured my mother. Took her somewhere. We never saw her again. We drifted around. He was a very sad man, and the drink had a mean hold on him. Around 13, I just took off on my own.
That was about the age we found young Arthur here. Maybe a little older. A wilder delinquent you never did see. But he learned fast.
Not as fast as Marston, apparently.
Wait, I don't understand. What's the problem between you two?
Arthur?
It's a long story. We still heading the right way?
That depends. Are we still heading west in search of fortune and repose in virgin forests as we planned? No. Are we heading in the correct direction on our desperate escape from the law eastwards down the mountains? Yes, I believe so.
You know this area?
A little. I've been through a couple of times. There's a livestock town not too far from here called Valentine. Cowboys, outlaws, working girls, our kind of place.
The Driscolls?
Probably them too.
Pinkertons?
Let's hope not.
And this place we're going. Wait, what's it called again?
Horseshoe Overlook.
It's a good place to lie low?
It'll do for now. And how low do you think Dutch is really going to lie? It's just, you know, maybe it's me who's changed, not him, but we kept telling him that ferry job didn't feel right. You and me had a real lead in Blackwater that could have worked out.
Maybe.
It just isn't like Dutch to lose his head like that.
Things go wrong sometimes. People die. It's the way it is. Always has been. Me, you, Dutch. We've all been in this line of work a long time. And we're still here, so I figure we must have got it right a hell of a lot more than we got it wrong. What are you working on there, anyway?
Just some yarrow and ginseng. Good for the health. Better than that stuff you buy in the store. Yeah, you can have all this. I'm at the point where I can do it with my eyes closed.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
That's one of my favorite shots, is that deer there. It's so nice. We don't really have a lot to say during this mission just because it's pretty slow. So we'll obviously cut out a lot.
There you are, brother.
Yeah, the extra wildlife scenes are pretty nice. This is actually when I started to actually learn how to zoom in the camera.
Jump on. Okay, let's go.
Any trouble getting in here, Javier?
Nope. It went well. This is a good spot.
Excellent. I think this will work for us, Arthur. For now, anyway.
I've actually been deciding on how, or really which way I want to come in, because Arthur really likes to try and go the left way, which comes up the back way, which is pretty much the main way that we go whenever we leave a mission from camp. So we might still come in this way, or we might end up going in that way, but this way looks more beautiful.
Here we are, gentlemen. Home sweet home.
You weren't wrong, Hosea. This place is perfect.
I hope so.
Gentlemen, we have survived.
For now.
Now, it is time to prosper.
Arthur and I were about to prosper in Blackwater. We were onto something big. Then Micah got you all excited about that ferry, and here we are.
We have all made mistakes over the years, Hosea. Every last one of us. But I kept us together. Kept us alive. Kept the nooses off our neck.
I guess I'm just worried. I ain't got that long, Dutch. I want folks safe before I go.
Me too.
And now we are stuck. East of the Grizzlies and out of money. And a long way from our dream of virgin land in the west.
I know, my brother. But we are safe. We make a bit of money here. Then we move again. Head out around them. Be west of Uncle Sam. In a few months, buy some land.
I hope so.
Would you just look around you? This world has its consolations.
Gentlemen, I'm going to head into the local town and, see if I can strike up a little business.
Of course, Herr Strauss. I prefer robbing banks to usury. Seems more dignified somehow. Now, everyone, put your tools down for a moment. Come on, gather round. Quickly now. I know that things have been tough, but we are safe now, and we are far too poor. So it is time for everyone to get to work.
Get to work, but stay out of trouble. Remember, we are itinerant workers.
Laid off when they shut down our factory to the north. Now get out there and see what you can find. Uncle, Reverend Swanson, no more passengers. It is time for everyone to earn their keep.
There is a town a little way down the track named Valentine. Livestock town, all mud and morons, if I remember right. That seems a decent place to start.
Thank you, Rhonda.
We need food. Real food. That means every day. One of you.
And remember, whatever it is that you find, the camp gets its slice. Now be sensible out there.
The girls have your tent ready, Mr. Morgan. Come with me. You two will be ready shortly. We put you over here.
I'm sure.
Can you believe we've already made it to the end?
It should be. Most of your stuff from Blackwater got saved.
Everything apart from my money.
Oh, don't remind me.
Well, we can always make more money.
We're gonna have to. Miss Jackson, I've seen shit with more common sense than you. Do it properly.
Well, guys, we did it. we ended up rewatching all of season 1. It's gonna be a lot of hard work to remake it, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. So, we want to thank you so much for watching the stream with us. All the ones that have commented. We really appreciate you showing up. And, oh yeah, there is one more thing we gotta do. We gotta show the beginning of the remake. So while that's playing, give me just a second. Are you guys ready to watch the beginning of the remake of season 1? Because I promise, it's good. It looks good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the beginning of episode 1 remake.
Abigail says he's dying, Dutch. We'll have to stop someplace. Okay, Arthur's out looking. I sent him up ahead.
If we don't stop soon, we'll all be dying. It's weather, it's May. I'm just hoping the law got as lost as we did.
There. Arthur! Any luck?
I found a place where we can get some shelter. Let Davy rest while he... You know. An old mining town. Abandoned. It ain't far. Come on. Come on! Yeah!
Bring him in here!
Miss Gaskell,
Get that fire lit, quick. Miss Jones, bring in whatever blankets we have. Mr. Pearson, see what we've got in terms of food.
Davy's dead.
There was nothing more you could have done.
What are we gonna do? We need supplies.
Well, first of all, you're gonna stay here, and you are gonna get yourself warm. Now, I sent John and Micah scouting out ahead. Arthur and I, we're gonna ride out, see if we can find one of them. And this, just for a short bit. And I don't see what other choice we have. Listen. Listen to me, all of you, for a moment. Now, we've had, well, a bad couple of days. I loved Davy, Jenny, Sean, Mac. They may be okay. We don't know. But we lost some folks. Now, if I could throw myself in the ground in their stead, I'd do it gladly. But we are gonna ride out and we are gonna find some food. Everybody, we're safe now. There ain't nobody following us through a storm like this one. And by the time they get here, well, we're gonna be long gone. We've been through worse than this before. Mr. Pearson, Miss Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place into a camp. We may be here for a few days. Now, all of you, get yourselves warm. Stay strong. Stay with me. We ain't done yet. Come on, Arthur.
All right.
You would be drunk really fast.
Got some work to do.
We ain't run into them yet, so they both must have headed down the hill.
Sure. Hey, I ain't had time to ask. What really went down back there on that boat?
I hope so far it
missed
looks
you.
already pretty
That's
good.
what happened. Come on. Oh.
Hey, you need horses?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith, get yourself indoors. You need to rest that hand.
I'll live.
Get indoors, son. We need you strong.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Ain't sure what we're gonna find out here, Dutch.
We have to try. Stay close. We'll do our best to stick to the trail.
This goddamn weather.
Been 2 days or more like this now. Oh, it has to blow over soon. Careful over this bridge here.
We experimented with multiple angles for this. This was literally like the best angle we can get, or at least that we could find.
Can't believe we lost Davy too.
We've tried multiple
He's the
wide
last
shots
one,
to
Arthur.
show that it is a
No
bridge, but
more.
everything
We need
just
to
looks
get
better when it's
those
zoomed
people
in.
warm and fed.
At least we don't need to worry about Pinkertons tailing us in this.
A couple more days, we'll be on the other side. You need to help me pick the others back up. You're the only one I can rely on to stay strong right now.
We got fire and shelter. That's a start. So, do you think it was a trap in Blackwater?
That many men? Oh, they knew we were coming. But there was money on that boat, all right. Lots of it. I stashed what we took with all our money in town right before we fled. Wait, is that someone coming towards us? You up ahead. Who's there? Micah.
Gentlemen,
Found anything?
I think so. Found a little homestead down that way.
Okay. Anyone home?
Sure. Place is blazing with light and noise. Sounded like a party.
Let's go see.
Follow me. How's Davy doing?
He didn't make
So
it.
yeah,
Nor did little
this
Jenny.
is the remake.
That's too bad.
Finally
Davy was
being
a real
able to
fighter.
show some of it
Both of them
publicly is
calendar boys
pretty
is,
amazing. Now
or
the rest, everything else from here is
was.
just
Yeah.
And Mac,
cuts that
Sean,
probably might not
we
make
don't know.
it.
quite
Obviously, it's a long ride.
business.
And yeah, there's a black screen. So
I'm glad you
yeah, this is episode 1. It looks really good, and we're gonna change up a couple things to help make everything a little bit more cohesive. Because I know that the writing shots can get kind of motion sicknessy. So we're gonna try and tame that down and get a couple more shots of wide angles and things. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching the stream. We really freaking appreciate it. Yeah, I had fun tonight. I know Nora did too, and we're gonna have more fun for the rest of Friday night, and we hope everybody else has a good Friday night. So we'll see you later. Bye, guys.